gonna take on the world. We're gonna take on the world.
All right, guys, we're back at it again. Episode 115, Third Eye Truth Theorem Podcast. Let me put this button. Oh, turn it off. There we go. All right. Third Eye Truth Theorem Podcast, episode 115. Back at it again. Joe Hill is here. I'm the host. I was gonna say I was co-host. I'm the host, James Gill.
Yes.
I did it backwards today.
Oh, damn it.
We got Zaq Weaver back in the house. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, guys? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, brother.
What episode was I on last time?
Oh
That's
shit!
what we're trying to figure out.
Last year.
Yeah, I don't even know.
That's what we're trying to
It was
figure
that's longer than that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
out. See,
Yeah.
I
Was
think
it last year or
was.
2 years
I think
ago?
it was 2 years ago.
No, it was last year.
I think it was 2 years ago.
That's before we did all the double episodes.
I know.
I don't know. It was a long time ago. Feels like a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it was
I'm happy to be back.
Yeah, glad to have you, man.
Hell yeah,
How's
guys.
things going, man? You just getting out of football practice and
Yeah, I mean, I just rushed here from coaching kids and yelling at little kids, man. I say little kids. They're not quite so little anymore, but 5th and 6th graders.
Yeah.
So
it's a whole new batch of them.
it is. It
And
is.
Your son is not it. Or,
My son is in it. My son
Okay.
just turned. It just
Okay.
became a 5th grader.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
but
wow.
he's played up. So I coached the same level last year, and he played up
Yeah.
last year. So it's kind of the same group of kids.
I like your hat,
Thank you.
actually.
It's a Poroso's hat.
Really?
Yeah, 2 Bears, 1 Cave. The vodka Poroso's.
I had never heard of that.
It's their special. I mean, I shouldn't be probably bumping another podcast right now, but it's
It's all
fine.
right.
Yeah.
We
So
don't mind.
2 Bears, 1 Cave. Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. They
Yep.
their podcast, and
Okay, I know you're talking about.
they
Yeah.
created a vodka line called Porosos, which means 4 bears, right? And they did a special Chicago release, and they released these like Chicago. This is like their
Yeah, it's
logo,
like
but
a
they did
yeah.
the Bears logo or like the Bears
That's pretty
colors.
cool hat, man.
Yeah, I
That is-
fucking love it, man.
Yeah.
My wife got it for me.
That is another cool hat.
Yeah, shout out to my wife. She's awesome. She's not listening, probably. She doesn't listen to me anymore. She's real fucking over me. I can cuss, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Just go ahead.
Good. Yeah, she is real over me, guy. Between me already podcasting and me doing stand up and me just at home, she is. She tells me all the time. She's like, you could talk to somebody else. I'm done. Like,
Oh, that's love.
yeah, that's true love right there.
Yeah.
21 years. We've been here like 21.
Congratulations.
years.
Yeah,
Wow.
you post something on Facebook about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Thank
To
you.
both of you.
Yeah, like I said on with a person with many hats, I didn't want to say it like that, so I just named stuff that you did. I mean, coming from being a coach, you're a great tattoo artist, everything else, and on top of it, you still do stand-up comedian.
Dude, I can't stop myself. That's the problem. Like I just go full bore all the time. I have all or nothing tattooed on the side of my hands.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just
That's the way you
100%.
are.
That's my life. And I wouldn't know what to do. Like we try to take time off. Like my wife would be like, we're not doing anything this weekend. And like, you know,
Something happens.
midday Saturday, I'm like, all right, what are we doing? We have to go. I
Sit
cannot
around.
sit here anymore.
Right.
Like we have to do something. Like, I'm just that person all the
So
time.
Is she the type of person that you have to stay home? She likes to stay home and just do
Whole
nothing?
body.
No, she really is a busybody too. She's
Yeah.
just able to shut it down quicker than I am.
Oh.
So she's just as busy as I am in other walks of life. I mean, between being a mom and everything she does, she's also runs the marketing department at Corvette Central.
Okay.
So it's
Oh, really?
a multi-million-dollar
Yeah.
Corvette company.
Yeah.
She runs the marketing department for that.
That's
She's
awesome.
constantly on the go for that. So we're a busy family, like constantly going.
Staying active is the key. Summer been pretty good for you?
Dude, summer's been so awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, what's been nice is neither of my boys play any summer sports. Like we don't play baseball, which is essentially the only summer sport, right?
Soccer.
Fucking baseball goes well. Soccer
Soccer.
usually is done in the spring.
Oh,
So
okay.
my
Spring,
my
yeah.
youngest plays travel soccer. So it's spring and fall, but that's
Nice.
over like beginning of June. So we have June, July.
Yeah.
And it started about a week ago. So with June and July, we have off, and it's wonderful. Those damn baseball kids, man. Those damn baseball parents. I had kids that were still playing last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they picked
That's
it back
crazy,
up,
yeah.
but they stopped for about 2 to 3 weeks, and now they're picking it back up for traveling ball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love baseball, but good lord,
I couldn't do it.
those
Hey,
kids need a
sure.
break.
The traveling kids sports nowadays is just grueling.
It
It's a
is.
grueling schedule.
It is. It's
Especially-
crazy.
And it's like what, twice a year for you?
Yeah, it's
For
twice a
soccer?
year for
Yeah.
us. Yep.
Yeah.
So luckily it's only twice a year, but it's we go and go and go.
No hockey.
My kids play floor hockey in
floor
Bridgman,
hockey.
but they also play travel floor hockey. Bridgman has a travel floor hockey
travel
program.
floor hockey?
Yeah. So which is luckily that's not as big a commitment. It's only 3 tournaments a year. And it's like it's like 3 weekends a year. You know, it's pretty easy to deal with. So, and luckily, like both my boys play, they're on separate age levels, but the tournaments house everything. So it's like we don't have to like go here for this game and go here. It's like literally like we're here all day, but we're here. Like
So, man, I bet that takes a toll on your schedule. But just being, I know you like you say you like to be active. So
yeah,
it takes a toll on you as far as your schedule goes. You got to do this and this and make time for this. And
yeah, but I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't do anything else, man. That's how I am.
No downtime for you.
Fuck it. Let's go. I'll sleep when I die.
Oh, great quote. Great quote. I say the same thing.
I'll sleep when I die. That's
There
all
you
that
go.
matters.
Or I sleep when I take a nap.
Well, that too.
I take some good naps, but I tell you that
I
much.
took one a day. I didn't think, I don't know why. I came out of nowhere. I'm just laying there with my dog, and all of a sudden,
Out like a light.
I woke up
That
at-
means you're getting older, man.
I woke up
You
at
need to
4:30.
recharge. You definitely need to recharge, man, when you get older. You're 46?
45.
46.
I'm 45.
You know,
Sure.
no one knows. Oh, fuck.
Sure.
I'm 45. I look like I'm 50, but I'm 45.
Maybe that's what I was thinking.
Ass. I might look like I'm 55. I get a lot of people say, "You're 55, aren't you?" No.
Damn.
When I was actually dating Jamie, we're asking all the bartenders all the time when we're out of town. They said, "Oh, you look good for your age." I said, "How old do you think I am?" You're about what, 55, 56? I went, I look at him. Wait a minute. Then I asked, "How old do you think she
That's
is?"
gotta be rough.
Then I look, "How do you think she is?" Oh, what? She's about like 48, 50. I'm like, "You're guessing older on me and her younger?" And they said, "Are you doing that just because she's a female?" Oh, no, I'm just doing it because I'm going to guess her age. I went, "I'm only 45, you asshole."
That's strange because you can never guess a woman's age because they never want to tell you.
No, they don't.
She always did,
They get offended by
She didn't mind it.
by you asking the question.
No,
How
because
old
if they really truly guess a younger age and they're being honest about it, and then they really are younger looking, hell yeah. She always
you
said,
can't answer.
she
ask
said,
a woman
"Hell yeah,
that.
I'm 57."
You can't ask a woman.
She said,
that.
"Hell yeah, I'm 57. I'm
fuck
happy
that,
about
man.
it." She said, "I'm happy about 50.
That's the only way you get to know, man. You just gotta ask these questions.
But yeah, everybody gets older. I mean, I had people tell me, "Remember graduating with me in 1988?" I went, "In what year?" 88.
88.
I said, "I was 8 years old, you ass."
You were 8 years old.
88. Yes. I was
Were
born
you?
in 80. Do the math.
Did you have a beard?
Oh, fuck.
8.
God.
Sorry, man.
Oh.
What are you, about 60?
No, dude, I'm only 52. I'm a few years older than you.
I
A few years older than you.
Oh, God. can always get that about me.
Well, you always get that, man. All the gray you have.
God,
It is the gray.
Thank
It's
God,
the
I
gray.
dude.
don't, thank God I don't take my hat off.
He
Oh,
does.
dude, I got the same. I look pretty good right now with my hat on. Fucking take that thing. I got my hair cut the other day.
Yeah.
I went into the barber, and it's one of down here. Barber's down here, and I
Yeah.
took my hat off, and the guy goes, "What do you want to do?" I'm just like, there was no like. He's just like, "Oh, man, what do you want to do?" Like, there's nothing.
Come on, man. Why you
Come on, man.
I go to
Come
a
on.
barber.
What's that?
I don't go to a barber.
What do you?
I go to a salon.
Because you're pretty. I'm not as pretty as you.
My grandfather is the cheapest lap dance you could ever get. You have a woman to play with your head, massage your head while she's shampooing you, and give you a lap dance at the same time.
I got a
while
guy
she's
that does
cutting
that, man. It's just the same.
Lap dance and everything.
you. Yeah, I got a free lap dance, and it's only $20.
I don't need a boner while I'm trying to get my hair cut.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I married 2 hairdressers in my life.
Did you really?
Yeah, they
Jeez,
were
I know
fucking
something
hairdressers.
new about you every episode.
I did.
Swear.
I've been married twice, but I got the first one annulled,
Yeah.
and she just graduated a beautician school.
Just now.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Yeah. And then my other one, I was married for
Be something.
13 years. The other one, I was married for 13 years. She was a hairdresser. That's how I met her.
She was giving the massage and
Yeah.
the
I'm
lap
like,
dance.
shit, man.
I
This is
want to
nice.
marry you.
This is nice. Then I got free haircuts for 13 years. I'm like, all right. This
Dude,
is
was it
better.
worth it? I don't know if it was worth it.
No, after that, no, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah. The truth
It
has
sucks.
been revealed.
Oh shit, man. How you guys been? I haven't
Good.
seen you guys in a long time.
Man.
We're killing it now.
Active,
Yeah.
very active with the podcast. Work for myself. Man,
Is that a weird thing for the guest to come on and ask you guys?
No, man, we
no,
get
not
it
at
a
all,
lot.
man. We
No.
didn't invite people to do that stuff.
We
man.
want
Just
people to ask us
encourage you
questions.
guys. To do
You're like, I want you to come in and just ask me questions. I don't really want
We
to.
don't-
I
Fuck
wish
you
we
guys.
wish we could find someone like that.
That's when you get the most out of us when you ask us questions. Because we like to reveal some things about ourselves that we normally don't do.
I don't like it.
I know you don't.
Kiss my ass. I don't like that.
Because we all gang up on you.
Yeah.
And then
Think it'll been us.
You know what's amazing, and I find this all the time, is I will say stuff into a microphone that I would never say to anybody else. Like I'll say to you two in this room in front of this microphone shit that I'd be like embarrassed to say anywhere else. Like it doesn't go out to lots of people, but I do it all the damn time. I do the same thing like in stand-up. I get on stage and say shit that I'm like, this is fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
And I just said that. And it made a bunch of people laugh. But if I were to tell one
Yep.
person in person that alone, I'd feel bad about myself.
Actually, I feel the same way sometimes when I'm on this. I'm like, shit, did I really just say that again? Damn it. Oh my God.
You did. You normally like especially with you have the loudmouth soup involved,
Yeah.
liquor involved.
Oh, hell no.
I
I don't have any remorse when it comes to that. I really don't care. I can blame it on the alcohol. I'm sober now.
No.
Whatever I say now, I'm gonna have remorse for maybe.
I've seen you too many incidents where
I don't care though.
you just
Yeah.
tell everything.
Oh, I will. I will in a heartbeat. I'm like that now.
You feel everything.
My mom, like this one, my mother told me never have any. Don't hold back on what you want to really say and mean. Just let it out.
Yeah.
If people can't take it, oh well, fuck them.
Well, it's a good way to live, I guess.
Not really.
It's a good way to get punched in the nose, I think.
Yeah.
I've been punched in the nose before. It's not great.
I got slapped in the nose.
You get slapped like just across the nose?
Across my whole, actually, across the bottom of my face. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
being naughty.
I actually didn't do anything. There's no proof.
What camera's on? What?
No,
We even
Don't
looked.
believe that.
there was
We even
eyewitnesses. That saw that
No,
shit.
even the eyewitnesses I talked to don't know shit. The kid
No.
said I was standing right next to you.
I wasn't even. I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I heard about it.
It sucked.
Yeah, you don't mind?
No, don't say anything.
Don't
Still not. I don't want to reflect on that one. That one sucks. I'm trying to forget.
What
that
just
shit.
wasn't like 30 seconds ago? He's like, I'll fucking say anything.
That part I will hold back.
Yeah.
on.
Well,
That
well,
part,
except for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Yeah,
that,
there's
that was
some-
embarrassing for him.
Easy.
And I'm not embarrassed. I just sucked. I don't want to relive that.
That was-
Shit, I'm still recovering from it.
episode.
I'm still recovering from it.
oh, yeah.
My eye still fucked up from it.
You still have the
actually.
red
Yeah,
thing?
'cause
in
my
there?
one that
She
night.
slapped the shit out of you.
No,
man.
no, it wasn't that. That was my dog. My dog hit my cheekbone here that same night. She hit me here, and it sucked.
Did you have
It was a bad fucking night. My dog clocked me because he thought I was his pillow. 80-pound dog went. And
head
went,
first into the eye?
yeah, no, right here, my cheekbone.
Yeah, he came to the next podcast with a
What,
nice shiner.
Nice shiner.
It was my dog. It was my dog.
Yeah.
It was my dog.
Actually, it was my dog.
It was my dog.
All right, we'll leave you alone on that one.
Yeah, well, I mean-
Well, I-
Actually, I do have a question for you though.
I got all the answers.
So,
I'm not saying they're
how
right,
do
but I
you-
got them.
How do you think of all your? Because I always wanted to ask you this. How do you think of your stand-up comedy? How do you get your stuff? How do you come up with it?
Dude, my stuff is all real
'Cause
life.
I've seen you a couple times.
My
so-
stuff is all real life. Like it's just from what happens to me. Like I don't make shit up. I'm not smart enough to make shit up.
Yeah.
That's the problem. I just am a lunatic, right? Like all these dumb things happen to me. Like I was literally writing a bit this week about my 21st birthday. And because my birthday is this Saturday, I'm turning 41. So 20 years ago,
Happy birthday.
on my 20, thank you. On my 21st birthday, we ended the night at Barney's Boathouse. Now we all remember Barney's
oh,
Boathouse,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I like to say is that by the end of the night, we left on our own accord, which is 100% lie. We got thrown out because my friend decided that the candles on the deck were a fire hazard and went running down the deck, throwing all the candles in the river. Right? This is the shit that happens to me,
Yeah.
right?
Were they really real candles? Or
Yeah,
were they-
real
or
candles. They had
Oh, yeah.
real
square-
candles.
well, okay.
Real candles on all the little tables along the deck there, right along the river. went running down the whole deck, throwing all the fucking candles in the river. We get thrown out. Do you remember they used to have that limo out front?
Yeah.
We get thrown out. I run smack into the side of it. I mean, hard, run into it. Bam! My dumbass goes, "Who the fuck parks a limo here?"
It was right outside.
Right outside,
Yeah.
right? They fucking take you home, right? The limo's there to take you home. I'm cussing at the dude.
I can picture it.
My apartment is basically right across the street from your studio. Just like right over here. We lived in the 3rd floor of one of these old homes in the attic, right? So we decide we're gonna meet. At this point in the night, it's just me and my one friend, and we start going up Kiwanis Hill. And about halfway up Kiwanis Hill down here on Pearl Street, I start puking. That's the last thing I remember from the entire night.
Oh, you blacked out.
That's the last thing I remember from the entire night. Now, at that time, all of downtown was under construction. This whole strip was under construction. So I don't know how we got through any of that because my apartment was on the other side of it. I woke up in the morning with a fan, one of those tabletop fans, in the bed with me, about 6 inches from my face, in the bed. I'm in my underwear. I go out to the living room. My buddy is like dead on the floor, just completely dead. And my living room is covered in construction signs.
Yes, with pillaging and looting. Yes.
Covered in construction signs. I don't even know what those fucking things are called. The little like sawhorse thing that has the light on it that they put out. We had one of those with the flashing light in my apartment.
How'd you get it up?
I have no.
You still don't remember?
No, this is the problem. The last thing I remember was halfway up the hill puking, and then woke up in the morning with a fan in my face. I have no recollection of how we got any of this. Mind you, it's 2 of us. We probably have 50 signs, including this flashing light thing. And I live on the 3rd floor.
That's what I was trying to picture. Your 3rd floor carrying all these signs.
I'm guessing we made multiple trips.
Yeah, that was my next.
You have a sawhorse one? Yeah, you made multiple trips.
Yeah,
One guy's carrying one end, the other
Dude,
guy's carrying the other.
So that's the thing. Like, if you ask about my stand-up, my stand-up is 100% my life.
Did you keep those?
Actually, I got talking about this.
I'm curious. Did you keep the signs?
We snuck as many out as we could to get rid of. And then I actually put a blanket over it, the flashing thing, and took it to my mom's house and hid it in the basement. That thing flashed for like 6 fucking months, right? I text her the other day. I have the text pulled up, and I asked her if she still had the stupid sign. She goes, "Wow, I do remember that. Honestly, I don't know what happened to it. The basement flooded, and a lot of stuff didn't survive." So I have no idea what happened to that. Yeah,
I've had a couple of those nights.
Just blackout drunk and
No, not blackout drunk. We're actually I always lose 10 minutes of my trip lately. Because I'm just riding home, the fresh air. I call it the fresh air. It gets me where I don't really remember, but then it reflects back on what have I done. But the last time I really just blacked out drunk where I just couldn't remember was probably in my 30s. It was me and my ex-wife. Yeah, right when I was 30, me and my ex-wife, we went because we lived over here on actually Harrison. We went to Stooges and having a good old time, and all of a sudden we're walking home, and she went this way, I went the other way because I said, "I'll beat you. This is gonna be quicker." But no, she stopped at Mikey and Ashley's house
while you were racing.
I was racing, but all of a sudden I'm start seeing shit. I'm thinking, "Oh, I want this," and all of a sudden I'm grabbing things, and then I found a pair of I found a shirt on the side of the road. I went, "Huh. This might fit me." So I just grabbed that, put it like I'm just grabbing random shit on the way there. I mean,
yeah, I've done that. I didn't. I was
put it all in my front of my house.
We did a couple of drops of liquid acid on sugar cubes, and went pillaging and looting. Down, I lived on Jones Street.
Okay,
and we just went through the neighborhood, just grabbing chairs and all kinds of shit, flags, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, that's possible, man. There's nobody. Everybody's sleeping by that time.
Oh yeah.
And if you're quiet enough, you can tiptoe into somebody.
There's no way that we were quiet at all.
But now they have ring cameras and everything else.
Yeah, you can't do that shit now. You can't do it that much. That was back in the 90s when I was doing that.
Yeah, no, but based on my material, I mean, like I said, my life is just shit happens to me, man, and I just get up on stage and talk about it. And sometimes I talk about shit that I probably shouldn't talk about, but it just like, even my wife sometimes is like, oh, really? Did you really have to say that? You know? So like, I have a whole bit. You guys probably have heard, if you've seen me a couple times, I have a whole bit where I talk about learning like what a swinger is.
Yeah.
And that's, I mean, that's all true, right? Like my wife and I have a very good set of friends who's another couple that we travel with a lot. I've traveled all over the country with this other couple, and we get asked if we're swingers all the time because it's another couple. Like I'm like, what the fuck is a swing? You know, I didn't know what it was. So like, that's the whole gimmick, is like, how you come up with swingers is like that, you know? And then the whole idea of like, you know, I say like the one time, you know, people ask, they're like, I don't know how to have sex with them. I'm like, well, there was one time that we stayed in, and I make this whole big play out of like me and my buddy, who we went to Memphis, we stayed in this suite. We ended up in the Romeo and Juliet suite on accident. So like, I'm telling this in the story, but we really ended up in the Romeo and Juliet suite. I don't know how the fuck we got booked in this suite, but we ended up in this suite.
Heart-shaped bed.
Heart-shaped tub. No heart-shaped bed.
I was going to say, if it's anything like Dumb and Dumber.
No, it was a heart-shaped tub at this one. Actually, the fucked up thing is it's a Peabody in Memphis. I don't know if you've ever been to a Peabody hotel. They have ducks in the lobby. Yeah, dude, it's a mess, right?
Really?
They have a restaurant in there, and they have duck on the menu. So they have duck on the menu. So I kept asking the waiter if it was like Red Lobster, and I got to go pick my duck.
That's what I would ask.
Yeah, they didn't appreciate
that
it.
one right there. That one's fat. That one's a little lump. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all life, buddy.
I see. That's what I always think. I think I could do stand up at least one time, just try it like James did down at Czar's, and just try it and just tell them a life story of how one day how I got my flip flops, or one day when I'm down at Czar's and this lady comes up to me and asks me how did I got here because it's winter and there's no other cars. I said, well, I brought my sled, and I was just answering the questions. How fast does it go? Well, if you get enough speed, it goes pretty damn fast downhill. I kept on answering questions. He's now rolling and laughing at me and says, why don't you tell her the truth? Well, she needs to ask the right question.
Yeah. No, a lot of it, I mean, it's not even, everything can be funny, right? There's not a story in your life that you can't make funny.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of finding the angle on it. So I've been closing on the story. I'll fucking ruin it because I don't know. No one's coming to this show, right? I'm going to fucking, not you guys. I mean, talking about like this audience. They're not coming to fucking my stand-up show. It's fine. But I've been closing on a story about my grandmother having a heart attack.
Yeah.
Right. It's a very like touching story. Like for 2 minutes of the story, you can hear a pin drop in the audience. And then the fucking closing line kills everybody. It just explodes everybody.
That makes sense.
And it's life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just how it goes.
And I mean, funny you say that. Life is funny though.
It is.
I mean, you have to find the humor in it though.
Oh, it absolutely is.
And you have to be have an open mind about it. Because if people get uptight about, especially nowadays, people get so uptight about certain things that, oh, that's a bad joke. You shouldn't say that. And I've seen people like do like you're at Sandbar.
Yeah.
And you told her, I'm dying laughing in the back. Me and the other bartender are cracking up. And you hear something, oh, that's bad. That's not a good joke.
Yeah.
Oh, but
it's subjective, right?
You have to find the humor in everything.
Yeah.
And I think that's what life should be like.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, it goes back to what one comedian said. Carlos Messina. When he makes fun of everything, like he says beaner or probably
don't bring him up.
Yeah, he steals jokes.
He's a joke thief.
Yeah, but
he's like a known joke thief.
He's a joke thief. But he always said that one of his lines when he said stuff was, if you don't have a sense of humor, don't come to one of my shows. Don't come to people's shows if you don't have a sense of humor and you can't make. We know most comedians make fun of other comedians, or they do a line where it's going to be racist or something like that. If you can't
make fun of something that people get is sensitive.
If you can't handle it, then don't go out. Right. Don't come to my show. If you know how I am, don't come to my show.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, he always was serious about that stuff. So
people look to be offended, which is the problem. It's changing. You know, there was a huge cancel culture that came through 2-3 years ago, and it was like you couldn't say anything. Everything got you in trouble. It didn't matter what you. I got in trouble. So for those that don't know, I'm on a large true crime podcast called Truth and Justice, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
It gets 250,000 downloads a week. It's a pretty good pretty large scale podcast, right? And we were talking about a individual who had a very erratic speech pattern. And I said, he's got a very spastic speech pattern, right? Spastic means erratic, it means whatever. To us, it means absolutely nothing. In the UK, it's the equivalent of saying retarded. And I know I just said it on here, but like I'm equating it right, you know?
Yeah.
So in their eyes, I just said this awful thing about this guy, and I got fucking blasted. I had to like issue an apology.
Oh, did you really?
Oh yeah, all sorts of stuff for the word spastic. And I didn't say he's being a spaz. I said he's got a spastic speech pattern. Wait, and I just said spaz, so I'm gonna get fucking canceled again. But
damn, that means the spasmatics can never go play up there.
Actually, I laughed because that happened to me, and maybe 6 months later, Lizzo got in trouble for saying spaz, and had to issue a big apology. And I was like, I beat her to it. Like, she's just following in my footsteps. So yeah, and it's the thing is, it's not like it's the intention, right?
Yeah,
like it's. If I'm meaning good and I'm meaning, you know me, you know where my heart is, you know where this lay, and you know that I'm not trying to hurt your feelings or hurt you. It would be different if I'm just attacking you.
Yeah.
But the idea, it's people just don't understand intention. That's the problem. They just want to go off whatever words are. In comedy, people see comedy in just these small clips and they get everything taken out of context. And really context is king, right? Like you could say awful things. You could say, hey, don't say ... But then all they're going to hear is you say those bad things. Not saying don't say them. All they're going to hear is you say these bad things. And they're like, he's awful. He said all these bad words. He said all these hateful things. And you're like, I said, don't do that. But it's context and people don't want to listen.
True. So when you go on tour, how do you find your places do you call and just promote yourself, or do they find you? Or
it's a little bit of everything. There's a little bit of cold calling places, a little bit of sending like a EPK out. Sometimes it's just working with people, trying to build relationships. I did we booked a show. We were in Massachusetts in the Berkshires for something else, and I just found a show, and I was like, hey, I just reached out to the booker, and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? Like, here's my stuff. I'm gonna be here. Can I get a spot? Like, sometimes it's as easy as that. Sometimes it's a lot of work, you know?
Yeah, that's just kind of curious.
Other times it's like, it's just about connections. So I've built some really good connections that people can vouch for me. I have a friend of mine that is a touring comedian that travels. I mean, that's literally all he does for a living is travel all over the country. So he's been able to put in some words for me too. You know, if I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in this town, I'll text him. I'm like, hey, do you got anybody for me? You know what I mean? Like, you got some, can you lay the groundwork to at least say, hey, my guy's coming.
Set something up for him.
Give him, it's not even necessarily like set something up for him, but like at least give him a look.
Yeah.
You know, because some people won't even give you a look. It's not even I could send you an email with my video and everything else, and they'll just ignore it, throw it away. But at least like, hey, my guy's coming, my guy sent you this. Please at least look at it.
Right.
So is it harder to find places? Is like bars closed for COVID? Did a lot of comedian places close because of stuff?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and clubs are still closing to this day. Clubs are going downhill drastically. A huge club in Indianapolis called Crackers just closed. Crackers is like a very established for years and years and years. They just closed. So it's a hard.
I didn't know that.
The problem with it is the market is so saturated right now that every little spot has got a comedy night. So comedy clubs are closing,
and things of that,
and the crowds are becoming scarcer. Not because anything's happening, not because comedy's dying. Comedy's as big as it's been ever. But it's the fact that there's so much of it that instead of like having one comedy night in town ever, you know, in 1 month, and everybody wants to go to that comedy night, every bar's got a comedy night every Thursday.
Yeah.
So now you're taking these 100 people and you're dividing them across the board. So yeah. And then it starts to devolve there too, right? Like then those bars don't want to do it because they're losing money, but every bar is starting to lose money because they only got 10 people coming in instead of 100 people, you know, and it's all over the place.
I was always curious about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure it has. Well, just being oversaturated. You're right. I mean, I know what you're
I never
saying,
thought about that.
because you, like you say, you have bars doing it now instead of
Mhm.
just the natural comedy club.
Yeah.
That normally does all that stuff. How does that affect your getting spots
So I can get
being on the road?
I can get a spot any night of the week,
Yeah.
pretty much any town. Because of that, it's the pay. The pay is the problem. Because it's so oversaturated. Even last year you could make more money doing this. Now it's like they're like, yeah, I'll give you a spot. Here's $10.
That sucks.
You're like, cool. I just drove 4 fucking hours. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Yeah.
so I did a show. This is awful, and I'm sounding like such a douchebag. I did a show like that. I did 2 shows in one night at a club, and they paid me $10. And I seriously just wanted to give it back to them. Like, I was like, I would rather say I gave my time. I would rather say I did this as a volunteer than
Be like this. Oh shit, that's not even covering my tab.
yeah. Now there are places that absolutely I don't mean to shit across the board. Like, it's not that way
No.
across the board. But that's the issue is like, I could get a show every night of the week anywhere.
But it's the pay.
It's the pay. It's how much you want to make, or if you want to make anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's shows that are like, yeah, we'll give you a spot for free. Come down.
Or how about, have you ever came across where they said, yeah, I'll give you a spot, but the first one's free. If you get a good crowd or a good laugh out of people, then we'll pay you for the next one.
Typically, no. Typically, it's more they'll say, I'll give you X amount, but if you can if you can bring in X amount, or the bar sales are X amount, we'll give you a bonus of some sort. And that's usually what you try to do.
Yeah.
And that's what bars want. That's what clubs want. Even comedy clubs, right? They want you to be funny, but they need you to sell liquor. You're a glorified beer salesman. That's our job. We're a glorified beer salesman.
So you got 2 jobs now. You got to make people laugh,
Right.
And then you have to make them
Right.
want to buy drinks,
Right.
as
Or
well.
just make them stay there so they would buy.
Well, exactly. You got to keep them entertained. You got to keep them going.
What's that one guy that is he? I always think he's ruining comedy. The one that gets all the hacklers and he hacks the crowd. I can't think of his
Matt
name.
Rife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that's ruining comedy a little bit?
I
think it is.
I don't
work more or less.
Yeah, it's crowd work. I don't think it's ruining comedy. I think it has fucked comedy up, because people think that's what comedy is now, right? What people don't realize is that he's putting out these clips, and it's a very small portion
of the show.
Right? So this is one thing that happened. He does crowd work. He invites it, but it's a very small portion of his show. And then he puts these clips out of this crowd work, and that's what people think comedy is now. Is they just think it's this,
or they think it's his whole show is like that.
and they think it's his
I've
whole
seen
show
people
like that.
where they went to the show and they thought they're going to get something like that the whole entire time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's only the last, like they said, it's only like the last 40 or 30 minutes of his show.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Isn't that where you like get most of your hecklers from? Just people thinking that's
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And what the thing is, people don't realize that hecklers aren't always ill meaning, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people think hecklers, when you think heckle, like if I say, hey, where you're putting on the show, please don't heckle, people are like, oh, I'm not going to be mean. You know what I mean? No, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
don't talk. You know what I mean?
The same thing. Don't heckle. Yeah.
Like people don't think that, like, if I'm talking to you, they don't think that that's heckling. They think I'm helping you. But you're like, no, I've fucking worked for years on what I'm trying to tell you, to perfect what I'm trying to tell you, and you're trying to get in my way. And it's still heckling. But people just don't understand that. They think that they're helping, or they think that's what comedy is. And sometimes you can quiet them down. Sometimes they just keep going.
Especially when the liquor's involved.
Liquor's involved.
They get more emotional when it comes to that, especially if you go back at them.
Yeah. Well, and you have to be careful going back at people too, because there is like a group psychology with comedy, right? It's us, it's the crowd versus the comedian now. So like if Joe starts heckling me and I'm like, shut the fuck up, you old man, because I don't know how old Joe is. Right? I know. I brought that up because we were talking about, but you know what I mean? I'm like, you fucking 70-year-old fucking teabag, Then people are like, hey, that's my friend.
Right.
Like now they're pissed off at you. You know what I mean? Like it's a group mentality that you can't just like attack somebody. No matter how bad you want to, you can't attack somebody. You have to win the crowd first. and you have to like before I could shit on Joe at a show,
You have to get them on your
I have to
side
get everybody on my side
so they can shit on. So you can all shit on him.
so we can all shit on Joe. So the thing is like Joe has to do something really bad, or I have to do something really good before I could go at him at a show.
Like,
And that's
keep talking and just talking while you're doing your set.
So I've had one show ever where I had to ask somebody to leave, right?
Really?
And I gave this individual the world before, but by the time that I had to ask them to leave, everybody else was done with them, right? And it sucked because you had to deal with it, but I waited long enough that it wasn't like, oh man, that lady wasn't doing anything, you know what I mean? Like they were all like, get this guy out of here, get this woman out of here, get whoever this is out of here, because now they're being disruptive and now we can all see it. But there's a fine line of like when you can actually pull the trigger on it without pissing everybody off.
I think it's for what you do. I think it's got to be tough as hell, because not just to think of the stuff, but just keep on telling maybe the same joke or not the same joke, but just going up on the stage and having someone heckle you or having something like that, or even having maybe one or two people in the crowd. I give you props, because there's no way I would probably want to keep on doing it if I only had like two people in the crowd.
It's hard. There are nights where you're like, really? This is it? This is what I'm doing. Okay.
Yeah.
I did a show not too long ago and there were 6 people there. And I did a show the night before that and there was 200 people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a different venue, entirely different thing, but you're like, from one night to the next, you have no idea of what it could be. You know, I've done a show in Dallas, Texas with 1,000 people. And then I've done a show in the back of a bowling alley for 6. You know, and those didn't, and they were in that order. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I
do. I love when the comedians come here and they always say when they used to be down in the basement. I love when I used to be coming down to, I always remember was one comedian said, yeah, I just played Chicago this last night and this big old giant arena. And all of a sudden I come back to St. Joe and I'm in a basement.
From one night to the next, you never know.
I'm in a basement.
My job as a comedian, and most comedians do this. I'm not the only one. I wish that every comedian did this, but most comedians do it. Is you have to treat every night as if it's everybody. You know what I mean? Like if it's 3 people or 300 people, you have to give those 3 people that same show. Those people paid money. Those people are giving you their time, right? Time is important to all of us, right? Forget the money portion, right? Tickets might be $10, $15, $20, whatever the ticket is. You gave me an hour of your night, an hour of your week to be here, you know, and think about, and then think about the monetary portion of it. Think about the monetary portion, $20, right? The economy is a little different, but let's say you don't make $20 an hour. That's whatever, you know, whatever you make. You had to go to your job and work 2 hours of your job to pay for a ticket to come see me. I owe you everything I got. You know, that's my responsibility, is to give you everything I've got. Yeah. You know, because we don't have time. We're so limited on time that it is so important for comedians to, and I wish every comedian would do this. There's a huge group that do, but there's still some that like, well, you know, if there's 2 people, they're like, ah, fuck this, you know.
Not give it.
But you got, I mean, those 2 people are there to see you. Those 2 people paid money. They gave up time. They found a babysitter. They did all this to come so they could have a good night. Maybe they're having a shitty week. Maybe their fucking dog died. Maybe their grandma died. Yeah. They just needed to laugh for a minute.
Get that off. Yeah. Get that stress.
It's your responsibility to do that.
I wish everybody thought about it like that. Even not even just comedians, bands, even bands, when someone's out there and they're not playing their hardest just because they see it's a dead crowd. Yeah, I mean, still they're there, they're entertaining these people that are there, like you just said. That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. I never really thought about
so many people get wrapped up in their selves, right? Their bands, whatever it is, that they're like, oh, look, this is bullshit. You know, I learned this through tattooing, and tattooing is what's really helped me with this. But I tattoo several people a day. every day. You know, I tattoo hundreds of people a year. Every person I tattoo is a small portion of what I do, but I am a huge portion of that person's tattoo. And I don't mean the physical tattoo. I mean like the experience, right? If you come get tattooed by me, you know, you might be the 5th person I've tattooed today, but I'm the only person that's ever tattooed you. I'm the only person that's given you this experience.
Yeah.
So if I'm being a piece of shit, that's all you know. You don't know what happened before you. You don't know what happened. I might know, but you don't know.
Yeah.
And now I've given you this super bad taste in your mouth because I'm a piece of shit, or you think I'm a piece of shit, even though whatever's happening. Like, you have to. Obviously, there's a grace. You know, some people, you do need to have some grace, but at a certain point, like, you also have to understand that there's a level of this that needs to happen. You know, and it's one thing you see me in a store or whatever, but like during an actual process, like, yeah, you might be the 1,000th person I've tattooed this year, but I'm the only person that's tattooed you. You know, you've gotten one tattoo or whatever it is. Like,
that's a good way of looking at it. I never really thought about tattooing the same way that you just said that, because that actually is a good way of looking at it. It's not just your work, you're symbolizing your work and everything else.
mm-hmm.
How you just said that was, that's spot on.
I think that works in all aspects of life. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, anything that you do in life, you should be able to give 100% at all times. And then even if you're having a bad day, I mean, just give that same intensity that you did at hour 1 when you first walked in the door. That was a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I totally agree with it, because I have days where I'm at work and I was like, don't want to do this anymore right now. And then with this person acting the same way, this is worse than the last person.
Right.
So I mean, I totally get it, and you just summed it up perfectly right there.
You did. I almost had a tear come down my eyes.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far.
Summed it up
But
perfectly.
that's it. People just don't understand that, like, you have to provide that experience for people. You know, it doesn't matter. Like, that's a huge thing. Like, this whole thing we're doing, I'm fucking so deep in the fucking weeds right now, but this whole thing that we're doing called life is experiences, right?
Yeah.
Fuck the money, fuck everything. It's experiences. Yeah. And my job, if you're dealing with me, is to give you a good experience. I might be having a shitty day. I understand that. And you would understand that I'm having a shitty day. But if it's your only interaction with me, you don't know that I'm having a shitty day. You think I'm a shitty person.
Yeah. I've gotten that a few times.
Yeah. Have you had someone really say that to you while you're tattooing or anything like that?
No, I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I know that I have definitely given off early on probably the wrong vibes to people. But I've learned over the course that you have to provide that experience.
Because you are establishment in the area now with that tattoo shop.
We've been there 15 years.
I've seen these guys in action. These guys, they crack me up, man. When I get a tattoo, they're always doing something or making jokes or make the tattoo experience a little more lighthearted.
Well, and that's it. So I mean, we try to do good tattoos. Don't get me wrong. I try my best to do a good tattoo. I'm just gonna go on my high horse here for a second. There's so many goddamn people that think they're the best tattooer in the world, or that their tattooer is the best tattooer in the world. They're not. I'm not either.
Right.
By any means. You know what I mean? Like, I know that, but I know my place, right? But again, it's all about experiences. And I know in the human psyche, even though I want to do the best tattoo that I can do, I know that if I can treat you nice and do it and make you laugh and have a good time, and did the worst fucking tattoo I've ever done in my life, you will come back to me.
Yeah.
If I did the greatest tattoo you've ever seen, but I've treated you like shit the whole time, you're gonna be like, fuck that guy.
Right.
It could be the greatest tattoo in the world ever. But if I treated you like shit during that tattoo, that's all you're gonna tell. You're like, fuck that guy.
That's true. Yeah.
But I could do a dog shit tattoo that looks like a kindergartner did it, but we had a great time. You're gonna be like, oh man, that fucking guy's awesome. We're going there. We're hanging out. Now, I try to do the best. You know what I mean? Like, with all that being said, I try to do the best that I can possibly do every tattoo.
I've never heard anybody tell me they got a bad tattoo from me at all.
I've probably done them. Don't worry.
No. Probably everybody has at least one line work or one line really blown out or anything like that.
Shit happens.
Yeah. It's not going to be perfect, but if their whole tattoo looks like that, that's a shitty tattoo. But if one line or something goes off.
And we offer free touch-ups on stuff to fix things that we've, that happen. Yeah. It's a handcraft, any handcraft. It doesn't matter whether it's tattooing, whether it's fucking macrame, whether, you know what I mean? Like, it's not perfect. It's a hand. We're not machines.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like that's the whole point. Like it's a handcraft. So you do the best you can do. You provide a good experience and you go on.
With the tattoo, going with the tattoo right now, actually, do you guys just use the machine or do you do the old school way?
No, we're strictly machine. I don't know anything about the other stuff.
You know,
No. I'm not even gonna pretend like I do. I could do it. I could hurt you. You know what I mean? Like I could do it. I could make it stick. It'd probably look better than if other people tried it. You know what I mean? Because I have enough base knowledge,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I'll fucking you know.
my daughter has one and she had that done where it was the old school way, where they hit it in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I said, didn't that hurt? She said, it hurt like hell. She said, thank God it's only like a stick figure type of design, but yeah, right here, just hit it.
No thanks.
No, I'll pass on that.
I think that had to hurt. I said, would you ever get one by machine? Because all of hers are like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many does she have?
3.
She must like the pain, I think.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
She likes the pain. It's something she's not telling you.
I didn't mean to get all philosophical on you guys.
Oh, no, you're fine. I kind of enjoyed it. But with the tattooing, though, I mean, what is your base rate so people know?
$1 million.
Damn, you're expensive.
Yeah. If you really want to get into that, we're $150 an hour with a $100 minimum.
Not bad though.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
Yeah. Is that normal for?
That's pretty normal for kind of around here.
Is it?
Yeah. You get into bigger cities, it's more.
Oh yeah,
But-
definitely.
Yeah,
I got one in Vegas. It cost me. It was a small.
Dude,
tattoo.
please don't tell me. Please just don't tell me how much it costs because it'll
Yeah, I
fucking
won't.
make me sick.
I won't say it.
Oh, it'll make me
It
sick.
made me sick.
Dude, I've had so many people come in and be like, how much would you charge for this? And I'm like, I don't know, a couple $100. And they're like, oh, it cost me $1,000. You're like,
No, it didn't cost me that much, but
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I have a friend that gets a tattoo every time they go to Vegas. They get some kind of tattoo or piercing, and it's outrageous.
outrageous. Yeah, it's
But they went to places like Hart and Harrington.
Yeah,
so you
Hart
get,
Huntington.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huntington. Sorry, thank you. And they go to places like that they see on TV.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, I mean, yeah. What's the
Just
point?
don't do that.
It's not
Set
like you're going to
yourself
see
up.
them.
Yeah.
They're never there. They're
Mhm.
somewhere else promoting their other shots.
Yeah.
So you're not getting it at the place where they're at
right.
or getting it by them.
Well, and there's so many times, God, I feel like I'm shitting on people, and I don't mean to be. I don't like to be that person.
You're never shitting on people. You're just being honest.
No, there's so many times that people want to go on vacation and get tattooed, and I get it. You know what I mean? Like I get it. You want to have a memory of this spot, but if you go to a vacation spot, Myrtle Beach,
Yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean? Like Gatlinburg, Vegas, all these places that are like tourist traps,
Oh, okay,
and you
yeah.
get a tattoo. Those tattoo shops are everywhere, and they don't give a shit what they do or how good it is
Oh,
because
yeah.
they're there to take your money and they're not going to see you again.
Yep. You'll be
Never
going
thought
back
about
home.
that. Yeah.
On the next flight going back home.
Right. They're trying to get you in and out as quickly as possible
Yeah.
and get your money so I can get the next person in to
That's
get their
exactly
money.
What happened in Vegas. I was in and out in 30 minutes.
Mhm.
I was like, whoa, wait. You're
Whoa.
done already?
Where's it at?
No, it's right here. This melanin right there. Look at that in
Okay.
Vegas.
Yeah, and it's not that you have to have this like huge thing, but like, you know, you come to our shop, you have an experience at our shop, you have, you know, you have a home at our shop, you know what I mean? Like we are going to provide for you. We're going to take care of you. We know, like, and it's not, I don't just mean us. I just mean like that's your local.
Yeah.
If you build a relationship with somebody, you're going to get such a better
Oh, yeah,
experience and
definitely.
tattoo and everything than just somebody that's, you know, churning them out.
I still don't have any tattoos.
No, about time you get one.
I keep telling myself I need to
Get
find
something
one.
small.
I
I know a
thought
guy
about
that
it.
could do one for you.
I know. Actually,
James could do it.
the funny thing is, I always told you the first day that you opened up your shop, you'll be my first person that I'm going to get my tattoo from.
Get something that means
I have-
something to you, man. Don't just
I have a lot that means to me, but I just
Get
don't
a
want to do it yet.
Playboy bunny. You're gonna regret
That'd
that
be
shit
cool.
for-
Get on your hip. On like your inner hip. Put a little Playboy bunny.
Every time I go camping,
Yes. Yes.
every time I go lay out on the beach. Hey, what's that? My first tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, no.
You ever had that though? Have you had somebody say, "I want you to pick my tattoo," and they said, "I don't care what it is"?
Oh,
Yeah, people do that, but I never do that.
I know, but
you know, but people are they're like, just draw me something. I'm like, give me
something.
give me some direction. You know what I mean? Like, this is a bad idea. I could draw you 1,000 things. You're gonna hate every one of them. You know, like give me some direction.
I never understood that part. Where I have a friend that said, "I don't care what they do to me, and I just want the tattoo on me." All right,
you gotta come in with the idea.
Yeah,
and I don't even care if it's like if it has any like meaning or not. At least have a goddamn idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It could just be something you like. It doesn't have to have some crazy deep meaning, but at least have
something that you
some
want.
direction of like.
What's the longest tattoo you've done?
In one session or in
one session, but a total of.
Okay, so one session I tattooed one guy for I think 11 hours.
Damn.
In total I've got probably 2 people or 3 people that have probably 200 plus hours on them.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a lot of detail.
It's a lot of work, a lot of coverage.
Yeah.
A lot of coverage.
Mostly on the back.
So I have a guy that has a back piece that's probably a 100-hour back piece. I have a woman that's got 2 leg sleeves and an arm sleeve. That's a lot. You know, I have a guy that has essentially a bodysuit. So full back, full front, full sleeves, full legs. I mean, that's coverage.
Yeah.
Coverage.
Wow.
Now I've seen you said something about the back, the full coverage on their back or whatever. I saw this thing where they put people under.
Oh man, it
Really?
seems like such a horrible idea.
And they can just do it all in one.
But
It's rich. It's some rich people shit.
that's gotta be.
It's oh, it is. It's rich people shit. So think about it. They have to hire an anesthesiologist to put you down. Then they hire like 4 tattooers to tattoo you simultaneously, so they can finish your back piece in 8 hours or whatever. You know.
Yeah. However long you got.
Dude, I wouldn't want to see the price tag on that fucking thing. Also, I feel like it's not a good idea. Like, and I don't just mean like because I'm trying to be like I need your money, but your body can't take that. I get that you're under anesthesia, but like that you're causing some serious trauma that you're gonna wake up to.
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Only imagine. Oh man, but I saw that. I was like, wow, they put you under for that long.
Mhm.
But your body gets loose though if you're under.
But it also swells and things of that nature.
Just karate chop those motherfuckers.
I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to get knocked out for that.
No, that's
No, you don't want to.
It's a different.
No,
animal.
I just
You don't want to.
anyway. If I ever want to get tattooed, I don't get knocked out. If I want to get a back piece,
It's these people. The people that you see doing it are these people that have like they're NBA basketball players. They're crazy money.
Yeah.
You're gonna be out for a while. I mean, what is that healing process? Something for that aspect?
Mhm.
You're making yourself.
I'm sure they do it on their off time too. So
yeah, you're making yourself bleed every.
Oh, and it's I can't. I mean, your body.
Ooh. I never heard that before in my life until just now.
yeah,
Look it up.
Yeah, I saw that.
LaMelo Ball just had it done. He plays basketball for the
Charlotte
Hornets.
Hornets.
He just had it done recently. And
Really?
yeah, and it's ridiculous. I mean, it's asinine. It's so it can't be good for you.
No, yeah.
It can't be good for you. In the amount of money that it would take to do it. I guess to those guys, it's a drop on the hat. But I mean, like when you're spending what we make in a year, you know what I mean? For our salary for a year, and they're spending it on an 8-hour tattoo session, like I can't. It makes me nauseous thinking about it.
That makes me sick actually. To think about it. Damn.
I was wondering what the price tag. They never said what the price tag.
Oh,
was
you'll
on.
never see them say what the price tag is. But just start.
Scared the shit out of it.
Who knows what the anesthesiologist is, right?
That's the part you should ask someone that does that.
So
and they'll say how much would it cost to knock me out?
yeah, but it's not even that, right? I mean, it is that, but think about it. You have to have an anesthesiologist. You have to have whatever the medication is, but you have to have that anesthesiologist for like 8. They have to be
They
there.
have to be there for the whole time, and because they're the
So
ones that have to wake you up.
Now you're paying them for 8 hours. You're paying 4 plus tattooers for 8 hours, which are they're probably not $150 an hour like I am. They're probably $250 an hour.
Yeah, you're bringing someone that's well known.
Yeah.
Well,
so
that's
times 4, so you're $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
On
That's
top-
crazy talk.
Dude, it's fucking like
you're spending
crazy
about
talk.
at least what he said, one person's salary. So you're probably about 40 to 100 I would just say.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would say north of 50 easily.
Yeah.
Probably closer to 100.
Yeah.
I was thinking more like 100, but
100.
probably
For
50
that,
to
yeah, that's a
$100,000.
lot of cash to drop, man.
I can just keep on punching them until they knock out.
They could keep them out.
Listen,
He's waking back up.
listen. I'll make you a deal. I'll tattoo you. I'll tattoo you every 2 weeks for 4 hours until it's done.
Yeah.
And give you a reasonable rate, and it'll be way cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever met anybody famous?
Yeah, lots of people.
I meant tattooing wise.
I've tattooed. Who the hell have I tattooed? I've tattooed Tom Zibikowski. He played for the Baltimore Ravens,
Okay.
or the Baltimore Ravens, the Indianapolis Colts.
Really?
I went to Notre Dame. I tattooed Travis Thomas, who played for the Cleveland Browns. Who else? I have met Jeff Samardzija when Jeff Samardzija was
Yeah.
playing for
Cubs.
Notre Dame. Well, it was while he was playing for Notre
Okay.
Dame. Let's see here. Wilson Chandler's come in my shop. He's from Benton Harbor. He played
Yeah.
basketball. Who else? I met a lot of athletes. I met Randy Blythe from Lamb of God.
Really?
Yeah. Had nothing. I didn't tattoo him, but
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that type of, I just,
Still.
you meet people.
Yeah.
You meet people for
What
sure.
about comedians now?
Have I met any big comedians? I accidentally became friends with a very big comedian. I don't want to give his name away because that's weird to me now, but I accidentally became really friends with a big, like, nationally touring comedian. I've never worked with the guy,
Oh, okay.
and it was on a totally different aspect. It was about shooting. He's real into guns, and I was a competitive
Yeah,
shooter,
that's right.
and we
you were.
just like this weird thing of like we cross paths on that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we become friends.
That's kind of cool.
And I've hated to, like, I've thought about asking him to, like, hey, think I could get on one of your shows? But it feels real shitty. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
maybe at this point I've known him long enough that maybe I could do it, but
Might be able to pull that off.
It's not
It's
really.
real
You're not
shitty.
asking. You're not really shitty. I mean, in my eyes, it's just asking for anytime you go on to say the place in Niles.
yeah.
Say, hey, can I have a show? It means the same kind of concept. You're not asking to be on this tour.
Yeah.
You're asking just to be a couple of shows here and there if you would like to just have someone there.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I don't know.
It's still the same kind of concept.
I have a weird
Just because
problem.
you know now, but yeah.
I have a weird problem with leveraging friendships. Like, I have a very hard time with that. Like, if I build a friendship based on something different,
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I hate leveraging that on, like I built a friendship with this guy based on shooting. I don't want to leverage that friendship for comedy. I've done the same thing in tattooing. I accidentally I'll name this person because no one really knows who this person is. There is a tattoo promoter who runs the biggest show in the world. It's called Hell City. And his name is Derb Morrison. Phenomenal tattooer, phenomenal, like, show booker, creator. I accidentally hung out with him in New Orleans for a weekend, and we had a great time. Now, we both knew we were tattooers. We were at a separate tattoo convention that had nothing to do with his tattoo convention, but we hung out. We had a great time.
Yeah.
We became friends. I've hung out with him a lot. Never once did I want to try to leverage that to get into his show. Now, I have been in his show, and he has offered me his show, but never once before that. But I also feel like because I did that, he had no problem offering it to me.
Oh.
Because so many people before me purposely did that to just try to get into the show, because you can't. It's an invite only
I see your thing.
thing.
I see where you're going with that, with the comedian and this. You feel like you want to earn
Mhm.
the spot that you deserve,
Right.
that in your head, that in your mind, in your soul, that you deserve that spot because they're asking you to join it, not you're asking or begging to be in.
Yeah, I just don't want to leverage.
Yeah.
You just don't
I
want to.
understand that. I kind of understand that now. I like that. I like the way you think on that. Makes some sense.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, joke. Good job.
Yeah.
Did all that thinking.
I know. That's what happens when I drink Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper did that too. I like it. That's why it's the doctor, right?
Yeah, that's why it's called the doctor.
The doctor.
Top of the hour.
Do you have any comedians that you look up to? Favorite comedians that you like to watch?
Man,
Or anybody that influenced you?
Pauly Shore. No, not Pauly Shore. I have a ton of different comedians that I really look up to in all walks. They all do slightly different things. A comedian that is like one of my favorite comedians right now that I absolutely adore. His name is Ali Sadiq. He is
Yeah.
not the person you should adore to. He's fucking been in prison and all sorts of things. But
Yeah.
Ali Sadiq is, so I'm a storyteller. That's what I do on stage is I tell stories. And Ali Sadiq is one of the greatest storytellers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
He is fucking phenomenal. His stage presence, his awareness, his act outs. He is truly one of the greatest storytellers I've ever seen in my life. And it's probably one of my favorite comics right now. But I also look up to comics like Mitch Hedberg and Stephen Wright, who are those one-liner comics. That's
Mitch Hedberg was great.
Oh, Mitch Hedberg was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And Stephen Wright's phenomenal. Dave Attell, those guys that can write like just those one-liners that are quick and snappy, and there's nothing to them. There's no like, they don't have to tell a fucking 5-minute story to get to it. Like, it's just a bam, 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 bam. You know, I'm gonna tell an awful joke. This is not my joke. I'm repeating a joke. I'm stealing a joke. I'm Carlos Mencing this fucking thing right now. Sam Morril. I just saw Sam Morril. We just saw Shane Gillis in Grand Rapids Saturday night. Sam Morril opened for him. Sam Morril had one of my favorite one-liner jokes. It's awful. It's dark. I'm gonna lose 50 people right now that are not gonna like me anymore. One-liner joke. He said, "My friend's girlfriend had a miscarriage in the shower. It's the worst baby shower I've ever heard of."
God.
Right? It's awful. I know that it's awful, but we're all laughing. But but it's that short, that short presence, that short,
because it's a joke.
There's no fat on that joke. It is like a perfectly crafted joke. You know, like there's nothing like, there's so many people use extra words. I'm notorious for using too many words in a joke, right? Comedy is about word economy and clearing out the junk words you don't really need.
Yeah.
And I am notorious for talking way too fucking long. But when you can find those guys that are just like, right, those perfect, like there's no fat. You need every single word in that joke for it to still be funny. That I admire that so much.
Since you brought up Carlos, and I didn't know he stole jokes. I forgot. Actually, I probably did. I just forgot. But isn't it hard not to steal someone else's jokes in the pack days? I mean, there's a story for everything. So you're telling a story. It's probably happened to somebody else that was famous that told that story. It's just like music. You're taking the beat. You're taking something from another song. But is it?
So I think there's
the same concept.
There's a very different road between stealing a joke and parallel thought, right? Okay. You and I might come up with, we could sit down and write a story, right? And we might write a very similar story, but it's not going to be word for word the same.
Yeah.
Right. A stolen joke or a stolen thing is like,
word for word.
I'm going to put out this story that Joe wrote and I'm going to put my name on it. You know, like if I just, that Sam Morril joke that I just told you guys, if I just said that was, oh, I got a joke for you here. What? Listen to this. Right. But I could come up with an idea like that on my own.
Yeah.
Right. So, and the other thing is, as a comedian, it is your job to flush that out. Like there's a lot of times if a joke comes too easy for me, I either throw it away or I start Googling it. If it comes real easy, I'm like, I've either heard it or like it is your responsibility as a comedian. You know what I mean? There are going to be times where something happens and maybe you do have a similar joke and either that joke's not a very good joke. If you and I come up with a very similar joke and it's very, very similar, it's probably a pretty hacky joke because that means we're not the only two that ever came up with it. Right.
I feel you on that.
But if I have these stories, you know, like I tell a story about my first time going to a strip club was on Christmas Day. There's probably other people that have gone to a strip club on Christmas Day.
You went on a strip club on Christmas Day?
Yeah. Very first time I ever went to a strip club.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Very first time I ever went to a strip club was on Christmas Day. Yeah, not like Christmas Day. Yeah. It was their B squad. Maybe it wasn't their B squad. It was probably their D squad. But
sorry, I'm more shocked that there's one open on Christmas Day.
This is how good this is. I just turned 18, so it's 2002. So this is this isn't pre-internet, obviously, but this is pre like you couldn't find shit. You know what I mean? Like
can't Google it.
The most we could Google was the phone number.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we did. It was Christmas Day. I was 18 years old. We had nothing, you know, Christmas Eve or not Christmas Eve, Christmas Day later when you're older, like it's not fun. There's nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like like when you have, if you're a child, it's cool, or if you have kids, it's cool. But like, there's an age where you're like, it's just another day.
Yeah.
So me and my buddy are hanging out, and he's the one that was like, "You ever been to a strip club?" And I'm like, "No." He's like, "We should go." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he literally called. We had to find the phone number, and he had to call to see if it was open, and they were. And we fucking went, and it was a disaster. It was
The D squad.
the D squad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what that entails.
yeah. Lazy eyes and C-section scars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have any like stripper names. Just fucking Linda.
Now Linda.
Yeah.
Just using their real names.
Yeah. They're surprised when we show up. Like, oh shit.
We got people.
Janice, we got some.
I know. We got people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't have the card. You just walk in.
That's
Right. But so I tell that story on stage. Not the likelihood of someone actually having that story
Yeah.
besides me. That's why I'm a storyteller. That's why I tell true stories. That's why I tell things that happen to me, because there's nobody that's going to steal it. You know, or no, there could be people steal it, but I'm not stealing it. I know I'm not stealing it. It's my story.
Yeah.
Like,
I just don't know. I think it'd be kind of hard to tell jokes here and there sometimes, just because
You have to be-
there's so many people out there.
and some of it is just making sure you police yourself.
Yeah.
Because there are times you hear things and you're like, that was really funny. I could totally say that and no one would know. Yeah. So I did an open mic. I did an open mic at One Night Stands over in Detroit right after Hulk Hogan, like the day Hulk Hogan died.
Yeah.
I did an open mic, and there was a comic that got up, and he literally was wearing a Hulk Hogan shirt, and he said, "I don't know if you guys heard that Hulk Hogan died, and the world feels a little less brotherly." Right?
Yeah.
It was hilarious,
Yeah.
and I'm in Detroit. I could have easily came back the next night here and told the same, because it got a giggle. It wasn't a spectacular joke, but it was so like it's topical. It's right on.
Right.
You know, actually the rest of the joke was the world feels a little less brotherly and a lot less racist, because Hogan was known to be a racist.
Yeah.
But you have to know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. He's had his like crash out one day, but wasn't his daughter dating the black guy?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah. That's where it started. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that's not where it started. That's where
That's where
it came to light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't just start there. Like,
That's when she was trying to sing.
She would. Oh, right.
Yeah.
but that's I mean, you just have to police yourself, right? I mean, like, you have to understand that, again, don't be a piece of shit.
Right.
Right.
Who are your two favorite top artists of all time?
Comedians.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Top three. Do you want to do three?
of all time. Okay.
All time that you would love to just sit there and watch all the time.
You know, I found that Eddie Murphy was one of my favorites prior, of course, when did. But here's another one that a lot of people don't know about, and you may know about this guy, Dale Quinn. I think is it Dale Quinn or something like that.
I don't know if I know that name.
Quinn Dale. I may be saying backwards. Quinn Dale, I think it is.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
He has some of the funniest one-liners, dude. He
Yeah.
has everything. He doesn't hold back at all.
Okay.
I'll
look him up.
Races, all kinds of stuff. Dude is hilarious. He does. You have to. It's a bunch of one-liners, but he does a great job, man. It's just something that's so refreshing.
Yeah.
Since all the PC police come out and people don't want you saying this and that, but he still goes after it. I mean, he was married to a Mexican woman and he made fun of her. And
I'll have to look him up, because the name doesn't sound familiar, but that doesn't mean I there's every chance that I've come across them. If I was gonna give you a couple comics, so I have a weird, like, one of my favorite comics of all time had an era that was unstoppable. It's Cat Williams. Williams, there's that like mid 2000s Cat Williams. That's one of the greatest stand-up shows. There's like 3 specials in a row. They're like 3 of the best specials you ever see. But he fucking fell off the rails after a while. You know what I mean? He wasn't Cat Williams anymore. You know? And that happens. But I think if you go like Cat Williams, for me, is up there. A guy like Richard Jeni. Richard Jeni was a guy from the 90s who was hilarious. He had a album called Steaming Pile of Me, it was just It's a hilarious album.
Yeah.
And he actually ended up committing suicide because he wanted to be an actor and he just never blew up. He was a phenomenal, he's a phenomenal comic. He's actually in the movie The Mask with Jim Carrey.
Oh, is it really?
He is the detective. Like the main detective is Richard Jeni. And he is world class. He's one of the best comedians you'll ever see, but he fucking wanted to be Jim Carrey. You know what I mean? Like he didn't want to be Richard Jeni. You know, so there's those guys like that. Carlin was always phenomenal, but again, Carlin kind of had his fall off. Eddie Murphy, you can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy. Daniel Tosh was one that like had it for a minute. Daniel Tosh was like murdered everything.
He did.
Ralphie May is a big one. I mean, well, that was a pun on accident. Ralphie May was a big one. But Ralphie really had a minute there where Ralphie was murdering. I mean, I think you almost have to go in eras, because I don't know if there's so many comics that like their career is like they murder their entire career, but like definitely like Cat Williams.
You think that once they get big, they tend to lose a little
they do
and get it after a while.
They do. So one of my favorite comics right now, he's been one of my favorite comics for a while, is Bert Kreischer, right? Love Bert. They're like, oh, you're fucking ripping off Bert because I'm a storyteller. I'm a fat white guy I'm a storyteller, you know, whatever. But if you watch his specials, you can see it with his specials and how he was, because the problem is at a certain point you have to really hone your craft. You have to fight and you have to figure out these jokes. You're grinding, you're going, you know, multiple times a week, if not every night. You're getting up, you're telling these jokes, trying to hone these jokes, and you're doing it in front of people that don't know who you are.
Yeah.
When you get in front of a crowd that knows who you are, so much more is funny, that you lose that like grinding stone. You're not filing that joke away anymore. It's just, oh, they laughed at the entire thing. The entire thing must be funny.
Yeah.
Even though you might know that it's not, but then you start kind of backing off on that.
Yeah.
If you look at Bert's special, The Machine, it's a phenomenal special, but it's one of those specials that like, that was his blow up special. He put a lot of work into that, and then he blew the fuck up after that.
Yeah.
I mean, he literally went from being in clubs to arenas like overnight because of that special. And
he's the one with the doesn't wear a shirt, right?
He's the one that doesn't wear a shirt. Tells the Machine story.
Yeah.
Same thing with Tom Segura. If you look at Tom Segura specials, I really like Tom Segura. Tom Segura's first couple specials murdered because he was grinding, he was hustling, he was doing work. But once you build an audience, those jokes aren't quite as nailed down because people think everything's funny. You know, like I've done shows, like I did a show at the Sandbar. You know, I got pretty good laughs, but I'll do that same material at my show in Bridgman, and it'll fucking murder the whole night. People will be crying, laughing, but it's because those people are giving me the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
they know me, they know who I am.
You put in the work there.
You know what I mean? So they're giving me the benefit of the doubt, where the people here, they don't know who I am.
Right.
I have to prove that I'm funny to those people.
Exactly. That well, I've noticed how Kevin Hart
Kevin's a good one. Kevin is a huge one. You see that Kevin's old specials, great.
Nowadays they're doing movies and stuff. His specials aren't as funny as they used to be.
They're really not. Yeah.
Or his jokes in general, not because he does the same thing every time.
When you lose touch, right? Like what makes so many comedians funny is that you have something that is like relatable to them. And then you get a guy like Kevin Hart or Bert Kreischer. They're now worth millions that don't go in public, that fly private. Yeah. That we don't have that experience.
True.
So what they're trying to tell stories that they think are funny, but that doesn't mean they're relatable to you and I. You know, like you done over there?
Oh no, I think I broke my mic.
I'm just giving you shit.
I keep messing with the mic and it just pops off. So
comedy is about relatability, and I think some of those big comics lose relatability because they don't have to do it anymore. Yeah. They don't have to go shopping at fucking Meijer. They have a servant that does it, and like again, flying private, all that.
See, I always liked Richard Pryor when he would stand up, but I think with what you guys are saying, like even Robin Williams, I love this stand-up comedian. He was phenomenal doing it. But like you were saying, I think it's the limelight that gets them, where now they lost the the site what they were doing, like you were saying,
Yeah.
just standing up there and telling the story to that one person or arena.
Yeah.
So I think once you start making more money, I think the money is rule all evil. That's what's getting these people that are now doing the movies, are doing everything. Now they're seeing the money coming in. That's all they want.
Well, I think I think it's not necessarily
Don't think it's money.
Part of it is money. Part of it is absolutely money. But I think there is a moment of that once those comedians become comfortable with money, then they do. There's an aspect of them being funny because now they can throw caution to the wind, right? They're like, I have money. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Chappelle continues to be funny, even though there are people that hate him now way more than when Chappelle first came back. Everybody loved Chappelle.
Yeah.
And then Chappelle did a lot of what's considered transphobic. I don't believe that they're transphobic. I'm probably going to get hate for that. I think if you really listen to what he's saying, he's not being transphobic. But people took it as transphobic and got a lot of hate. But he has enough money to go,
I don't care.
I'm going to say it because I think it's funny.
Yeah.
You know, but I think there is that and he's lost a little bit of relatability, but I think this is that moment of there is a moment with money because they have so much money that they lose the relatability. It's not necessarily because they have money or it's because, you know what I mean? Like it's not because they're making the money that they're like, I got money, I don't have to do it. It's more like they get the money and then their lifestyle changes.
Yep.
And then they don't have to.
So people can't relate to what they're going through because they're a different tax bracket,
Right.
so to speak, right?
Right.
They're living in a better house now.
Right. Like, you know, this is not a joke, but he was like, oh, my fucking kid shit on himself and I had to clean it up. Oh, yeah, we've all been there as a parent. Ha, 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 you know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, my kid shit on himself and my nanny cleaned it up. And you're like, well, I don't have a fucking nanny. You know what I mean? Like,
that's not funny.
That's not funny. It's that.
Right.
It's that aspect of like it's something that we've all gone through, or at least have some idea.
Yeah.
You know, like I tell personal stories that have only happened to me, but it's relatable because people know, like, you know, me going to a strip club on Christmas. Like, maybe not everybody's going to a strip club on Christmas, but you've been to a strip club, you know what I mean? You're like, oh, I could see that. Like,
I could tell you stories, yeah.
Or you thought about doing that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. I could tell. I always want to tell my first time I ever went to a strip club in Ohio. So it's always a funny story. I told you about that.
You did?
Yeah, I told you actually on the show.
Oh, okay. I remember now. Yeah. It's good to go down that avenue.
Yeah, I mean, wow. It's always funny. But I mean, yeah, everybody can tell a story. And actually, my last one probably be Paul Friday. I always thought his one-liners were always funny.
And he gave me a whole booklet of all his jokes.
Were awesome.
This one, he has like 1,000 one-liners, dude.
Yeah.
Serious.
He was just one local guy that grew up around the area and just told one-liners.
I know the name. I've never seen the guy, but I know
So
the
old.
name.
He's probably in his 80s, late 80s.
Okay.
But he's still, you know, when we used to do down at Czars comedy shows,
Mhm.
and he used to come down, be the first one on, and he'll sit down and tell maybe 15 to 20 one-liners and have the whole crowd laughing.
That's good. I love that.
Yeah.
They weren't like dirty jokes or anything.
Mhm.
Some of them were.
Yeah, some more.
Some of them were. Yeah, some of them were.
There's something special about a one-liner. I'm not good at them. I know I'm not good at them, but there's something special about a one-liner.
Yeah, I just can't tell jokes. I just tell stories about my life. Like you said, you tell stories about your life and people think it's funny. Yeah, you can just keep on going with your life story.
Yeah.
And just people just laugh about it. I mean,
I'm sure there's work behind it. You have to build it up.
Yeah.
it's how you throw it out there, I always say.
Yeah. So I don't know how deep you want to go. Yeah, you see, like on a story, you have these beats of a story. Like I know going into a story, like I will figure out the entire story. I'll write down the entire story. I'm a writer. Like I still write. I have a book that I physically write in. I'm not a typer. I'm not a whatever. I write. So I will write down the entire story, and then I will take out every chunk that I'm like, this doesn't advance the story. Even though this happened, it's either not funny or it doesn't move the story forward to a point that it needs to be.
Right.
And then once you get those out, then you make sure that every beat of the story has a laugh. And sometimes that's where you have to put in the work. That's where, like, maybe this beat isn't exactly funny. So the strip club thing, I literally, what I said on stage, what I said to you guys is what I say on stage. I'm like, I don't even think it's their B team. It's a real D team energy, right?
Yes.
No, that's funny, right? But you have to figure that how to get, like, when I was just talking about, like, I went to the strip club on Christmas and it definitely wasn't their good strippers. That's not, if I say that, that's not funny.
No, right.
So you have to figure out those little nuances of like how to make it funny, or you play with things like the a simile where you're trying to make things match. Like I have a story where I talk about being panicked, and I say I'm more panicked than a homophobe going to a proctologist, right? But that's it. Like, you're just trying to figure out ways, like, I'm panicked in the story and I know I'm panicked, but how do I make that panic funny?
Sure.
Right. And then sometimes people throw you lines. So I say that I was more panicked than a homophobe going to a proctologist. Gets a little giggle. And I go, well, no, neither of us like backdoor intruders. Like, it's that, like,
I don't like backdoor intruders.
So once you get that laugh, do you like have extra stuff in the like, say, so to speak, the chamber to throw at them to keep them
so
keep them engaged?
So what I try to do is you try to write, when you write a joke, or you get a section that you need a punchline, I will write as many funny things as I can for that, right?
Yeah.
And then I will take the funniest one and then throw that first.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, like, whatever the funniest thing is, I will say that first. And then when I get a laugh, I will say the next one. And you just kind of build. Okay. And as long as you could, they're called tags. As long as you're getting a laugh, you could throw 100 tags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
Keep
see
them laughing,
guys,
same thing.
You see guys like Brian Regan. Brian Regan's a clean comic, and he's like a very, like, boisterous and loud, but he does a lot of pauses where he'll, like, say something and then pause and then say one word and then pause, and he gets a laugh every single time. And he could do it for 10 times in a row and get a laugh. Like, those are easy laughs, and that's all because he's figured out, like, this is the funniest one. Now I'm going to add this one. Now I'm going to add this one. Now I'm going to add this one.
Did you ever think, like, comedians like that, or a comedian like Andrew Dice Clay back in the 80s and 90s, how they were showing themselves? Do you think you need a gimmick to be a comedian?
Not anymore. I think for a while you had to have a gimmick to be a big comedian, but I think that era has passed. I think that for a while there was the showbiz side, and you had to be this bigger than life presence to become something. There's these phenomenal comics. There were comics that surpassed that. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, George Carlin. Those comics surpassed it. But then they also didn't sell at Madison Square Garden like Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew Dice Clay is the first comic to sell at Madison Square Garden. He did that because that's not even his name. You know what I mean? That's not him. That's not his name.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy. Jeff Foxworthy's Jeff Foxworthy, but his, like, redneck gimmick, while he is a Southern guy, he built his whole career. Larry the Cable Guy.
I was gonna say,
his name is like Dan Wilson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and he doesn't talk like that, but he's built this gimmick. And I think for a while you had to have those gimmicks
in that era
to blow up, in that era. Yeah. But I think now people have come to appreciate comedy so much more that you don't have to have a gimmick.
Or what Fluffy. I can't.
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias. Yeah.
I mean, do you think that's a gimmick that he had? Or I know he's like you, where you're saying he tells stories about his life, and he's even did a documentary about.
Well, he does have a gimmick. He has that laugh and
he does his voices.
But he tells life stories with people that he had, like, say you were a comedian and you brought me and say, hey, this dumbass guy named Joe that looks like he's 80 and stuff like that, and you get a laugh about it. He tells stories like that, where he did a documentary and saying, hey, this guy that we talk about is real life. He's real. And they brought him on show, or he did this documentary about him telling his life story, and said, all these people that I have are real people.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't feel like that's a gimmick. And I don't feel like Gabriel Iglesias is a gimmick just because he is.
Just because of the name.
Just because of the name. I mean, he's not pretending to be Hispanic. He's not pretending to be.
He's not that fluffy anymore either.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's lost weight, but that's like he was, and that wasn't even necessarily his choice. That was what they started booking him as.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's necessarily. There's so many guys that I don't think. you know, I think you have to pretend. You know what I mean? You have to become pretend,
So do you think
or you have to do something out of the wild, like
what's his name with the puppets?
Jeff Dunham. That's
Yeah.
a gimmick.
You think if Jeff Dunham was by himself without
Yeah.
his,
He wouldn't be
do you
that
think
funny.
he would be
Jeff
funny?
Dunham's not that funny. Like if you like, I don't think he's that funny. I don't think he's that funny with the puppets because I'm in the comedy world.
Yeah.
But what makes what makes his stick funny is the conversation he's having.
Yeah.
Right? It's not that conversation is necessarily funny. It's funny because it's coming from a puppet. Or he makes like the grouchy old man.
Yeah.
He makes the grouchy old man say horrible things, right? It's not that what the grouchy old man is saying is necessarily hilarious,
Because he's having a conversation with you.
but it's because this puppet's saying these awful things. Right. If it was coming out of his mouth straight,
That's why I was.
it's not
wondering.
that funny. Like,
So I think he's getting too big for his britches, from my eyes, just
Mhm.
because his voice is starting to sound like Peanut, or his voice is starting to sound like Walter on these other ones that he's bringing in.
yeah.
It sounds like
Same.
this sounds the same voice.
Just like we were talking about the Kevin Hart thing,
Yeah.
where he does these things over and over again.
Yeah.
And you automatically know what he's going to do. So when he tries to do something new, still sounds like the same old shit he's been doing.
And I
for a
think
long
that
time.
even it goes. I think that goes even with his movies. You know, he's always going to do a movie like that. Just like anybody that's stuck in their root is as a comedy kind of actor.
Mhm.
That's all the role they're going to get.
Yeah.
I think when Robin Williams played a bad guy in one of his or
Yeah. 1
killer,
hour. What is that? 1 hour photo?
yeah.
Yeah.
And when he started playing those roles, I think it opened a whole new book and a whole new
That
line.
was another one with
Yeah.
Al Pacino he did up
Yeah.
in Alaska.
I don't know if I've seen that
Insomnia.
one.
Insomnia.
Okay, I haven't seen that one.
That was pretty good.
Where he
That was
was
pretty
he was a villain too,
Okay.
and it was intense. It was a whole new light, like Adam Sandler,
Mhm.
another good one, to
Same
talk
movies over and
all
over. again.
over and over. But he made money off of that because he knew how to promote that a little bit. But when he did Spanglish or Reign Over Me,
Mhm.
those type of movies, no one knows what those are because it wasn't a funny
When
one.
he did that one with Kevin Garnett, the Diamond.
Uncut Gems or
Uncut
whatever
Gems,
it was.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
something like that.
Even his basketball one, when he looks like what he is now.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, that was a great movie.
Yeah. That was a really good movie.
I mean, I like that movie.
Yeah.
But I think that when it comes to comedy and everything else, you're stuck in your role and you try to get out of it, it's going to be even harder. I mean, if even like say Jeff Dunham stopped doing the puppet thing.
I think the funniest one in that whole group with the Southern comics was Ron White.
Ron White.
Yeah.
And Ron White really like he just fell in with those guys. But
Yeah.
Ron White, in my opinion, is the funniest out of those guys as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
But Ron White, in my opinion, is that traditional comic.
And he has that drink and that cigarette. And
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I mean, he's
that's a
not
Stitch. Yeah.
playing a gimmick. He's not doing. Or I don't want to say playing a gimmick,
I would
but
say
like
Stitch. It's
but like
it's part of
you know,
his known-
Larry the Cable Guy is this hillbilly with his shirt cut off,
Yeah.
and Jeff Foxworthy is you might be a redneck, and Bill Engvall's the here's your sign. They've all kind of got their thing, and Ron White is just telling jokes. Ron White
Yeah.
is a comic.
Yeah.
I
I
think
met
that's-
him while I was working at Chili's. This bus pulled up. And it was like the last hour of being open.
Sorry,
He pulls right up, sure as shit, drinks his Johnny Walker.
Yeah,
And that's when we're still smoking inside. He had a
Yeah.
cigarette, and everybody's coming out of the woodwork trying to get a picture and autograph. But I don't get starstruck that easy.
Mhm.
So I'm just sitting there having a conversation with this guy, and he's one of the coolest guys you could ever meet.
yeah,
Coolest guys you ever meet.
I could see that for
yeah,
sure.
actually, same kind of scenario. Penn came in from Penn and Teller when they
Yeah.
were doing the show at LMC when the pump house was open. He had dinner at the pump house.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
had
love when
lunch.
people are just
And he
like
had lunch.
normal people.
Yeah, he had lunch, and everybody didn't know who he was. But I sat him, and I'm looking, I'm staring at this guy. How do I know this guy? And he's there with his wife, and I'm just there. So I just came back up to him and I asked if his meal's okay. But I said, you don't have to say anything.
Yeah.
Just nod your head. Are you Penn? I went, cool. All right.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
man.
And I left it at that, and I just walked away. And I said, before you leave, I'd like to shake your hand.
Yeah.
He said, okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Ron White encounter was pretty cool. I mean, it's just I don't want to be like, hey, can I get a picture?
Yeah. I hate to be that guy.
But it starts a trend after that.
Yeah.
And everybody else is going to want something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
So I got a funny story before we go. Like that, it had absolutely had nothing to do with me. As my wife My wife met Reggie Jackson, so Mr. October, the baseball player, right? My wife met Reggie Jackson, and she's out of town. She texts me, and she's like, "I just met Reggie Jackson." I'm like, "Oh fuck, that's amazing." I'm like, "Did you get a picture with him?" She's like, "No." I'm like, did you get an autograph? No. Like, what'd you do? She's like, I shook his hand. Like, he wanted to be a guy. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, she was working a car show. You know what I mean? She was working a car show, and he came by the booth to look at the stuff. She's like, I shook his hand. He didn't want to fucking deal with, like,
right.
And I was like, oh man, she's right, but fuck, I would have fucked that up because I'd have been the guy that's like, Mr. Jackson.
Can you imagine Michael Jordan going what he had to go through his whole life?
Oh no, dude, no, there's no way.
Famous. I mean, this is worldwide. This guy's famous worldwide.
Yeah.
Being chased after one autographs all the time. I can imagine that people would get pissed off constantly. You'd have to go through that every day.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
Oh yeah, I can't. It would be awful.
Actually, my daughter's boyfriend, who's the tall guy on Milwaukee Bucks?
Giannis.
Yeah. So, my daughter's boyfriend works at one of those game rooms where the escape room.
Yeah.
In Milwaukee. And he's paying for his card. He's paying for the escape room, and all of a sudden he looks at the card, and it has the guy's last name. I went, oh, and he looks up at him.
6'11".
Yeah. I went, wow. And so he gives the card back to him, and it's a Milwaukee Buck card, and everything has his name on it. And all of a sudden, these young girls come walking in, and the guy's with his wife and his kids and having a good time. And he said, I didn't want to bug him, but all of a sudden, these groupies came out of nowhere. They saw his car up front because he got out of a commercial car that they just pull up, and he gets out, and their driver for him. And he's just there with his family, having a good time, wanting to do the escape room.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the price of fame, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about it. Like you said about Jordan, but this guy is known in Milwaukee as who he is. And he's just walking around on a normal day basis, like you were saying, having a good time with his family.
That's the price of fame, man. I'll tell you that much, man. Once you get it, it's hard to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And all he did was shake his hand. I said, "Did you get an autograph, a picture, or something?" You asked. He said, "No, but I shook his hand. I saw his platinum card."
Yeah, but that's what goes back to like what I was talking about earlier about experiences, right? Like your daughter's boyfriend had enough wherewithal to not put this guy in a bad position.
Yeah.
Right. Because of that. Because he knows this guy has this. Because that guy knows, and especially like NBA players, anybody of that level, they have been taught to put that, you know what I mean, that put that face on. They have been taught to put that on, where they have to,
be sociable and nice to people.
Yeah, because as soon as you're not that one person, you're not, they're gonna blast you.
Oh, especially with them social media these days.
Yeah.
Oh man.
See, I don't know if I would recognize anybody off the street anymore.
So I have that problem. I would have that problem. I don't have
enough
enough confidence in recognizing people. I think I would be like, I think I know that guy.
I do. I do the same thing. Or I would say, that guy looks like that one guy. And then it's not really him.
Mhm.
Like a little Kevin Hart little guy who looks just like Kevin Hart. I would probably go up to him, dude, are you Kevin Hart? And he could probably go up to him and say no. And it would really be him.
I tell this to a lot of people, and I will put this out there. If you ever see me in public and I don't talk to you, it's not because I'm being a douchebag. It's because I don't know if it's you. I'm notorious for that. Like you guys, I know well enough. But like as like clients, I've had clients that like have eyeballed me in a store, and I've definitely been like, I'm pretty sure I know who that is, but I'm not gonna go over there because if it's not that person, I'm a fucking idiot. I actually had this happen. I had this happen about 2 years ago with a client. This client at TJ's, very heavily tattooed, long sleeves, whatever. I've seen him a million times. And his kid wrestled with my kid. Well, let me back up. His kid wrestled with my kid, and I don't talk to anybody, right? Because I'm always paranoid about like I'm getting the wrong person. If you want to talk to me and I realize you, I will talk to you all night, but I'm not going to initiate it, right? So at wrestling practice, I ended up by him, and I'm like, all right, I have to, like, now I kind of feel like I should say something, I was like, I'm like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, oh, good. And he's like, which one's yours? I'm like, that one. And I'm like, he's like, that one's mine. I'm like, well, and we get talking, and the guy goes, where do I know you from? And I'm like, oh, it's the tattoo shop. And he goes, "Oh, cool. Which one?" And I'm like, how many fucking tattoo shops does this guy go to? And I'm like, Conception Gallery, downtown St. Joe. And he's like, oh, okay. And he sits for a minute. He goes, "Oh, you think I'm my twin brother?" The dude had long sleeves on.
Yeah.
The guy had 0 tattoos. I was talking to the fucking twin brother, like legitimately talking to the twin brother.
Damn.
So that's the shit so that's why I don't talk to people, because I'm like, but in my head I'm like, this is clearly that guy. I'm gonna talk to him, but he's got long sleeves on. It's winter, like I can't, I can't see his
He has
tattoos.
a twin brother.
Damn.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, you think I'm my twin?" Like,
What's the odds of that happening?
right. And then his twin came in and I told the twin the story. He's like, "Oh yeah, that shit happens all the time." But I'm like,
Damn.
yeah.
How's the odds of that happening?
Well, it happened.
It happened.
It happens.
It
I mean, it looks like a Chad and Jason. I mean, yeah. Back in the day when they always, but still,
Yeah,
You
but-
finally get the balls to talk.
I
to
know.
someone.
That's why I'm like, this is the last time. I am never
never do
I
that.
am
shit
never
again.
initiating contact with anybody again.
Never doing that
I know.
again.
Me and him get. People think we look alike. I don't know
I,
why.
you know what? I would confuse you guys.
You know,
That's why I
I
don't
know.
talk to you guys in
I
public,
know.
because I'm like, is that Joe or is that James?
I get confused with one of the local bar with Ray Mays.
I don't even get look at
I know I don't. I'm like, no.
you do.
You know what it is?
I know.
Short.
And the funny thing is, Ray is bald. You have hair.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Everybody
Yeah.
says it's the glasses. Everything else on his body does not match. But those glasses are perfect.
Yeah, it makes you look just like him.
Ray has no. He doesn't have facial hair. He has facial hair all the time. I mean,
Well,
yeah, you guys look.
When
just alike.
this lady, you look just like a friend of mine that I met in Chicago, and she pulls the picture up, looks nothing like it. I'm like, thanks, lady. No, that does no. He doesn't-
Seriously?
Yeah.
Was he white?
No, he's black, but he just had this goofy smile.
Black guy. That's all black guys look like, right? Isn't that what they
Look
say?
nothing like me. I'm like,
I
you
thought that was all
serious?
Chinese people look like.
I don't know. James says all white people look alike, so it's fine.
Yeah, he does actually.
Yeah, I've said it before.
You said it before. They all look alike.
Oh man.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, I don't know how people.
I mean, people get that's the big thing right there. A lot of people will get one little thing that you may have about somebody else they've seen before,
sorry,
and they'll
I'm just
say
checking this.
that they put that together and say you look just like that person.
Yeah.
And that's how people get people in lineups for the crimes and stuff get misidentified
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
because of a person's idea what that person may look like has changed over time.
Man, thank God he has tattoos because I'm splitting image.
Jeez.
Both have beards.
Yeah. Bearded guys. Bearded white guys.
Now, I was going to ask you a question about women comedians.
Yeah.
Who do you find funny as far as a female comedian?
Oh, there's
They're out there.
Yeah, there's tons of
Damn, Jim.
Yeah.
Damn.
I am not to be weird. I'm a firm like funny is funny, right?
Yeah.
Like so there's so many women out there there's so many people out there like women comedians aren't funny, like no, it's not. It's maybe that comedian's not funny,
right.
but it doesn't. I don't care their sex. You know what I mean? Like there's some fucking killers out there.
Yeah.
There's a woman right now named Lynn Koplitz. She's a comedian. She is hilarious. You know what I mean? She's one of the funniest comics out there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many good comics out there. People get a bug up their ass about men versus women or what, like
Right.
comedy is comedy. Funny is funny. It doesn't
Funny,
matter
yeah.
what your sex is,
What?
I can't think of it. I had to look it up.
Oh, comedians talking about?
Yeah. No, the one I think.
You want me to start naming comedians?
No, I got it.
What she look like?
Hair, skin.
It's Amy Schumer.
Teeth.
Amy Schumer.
Yeah, I think she's funny.
Yeah, Amy Schumer's pretty funny.
I think she's funny.
She fell off too.
Mhm.
She was funny in the beginning.
Yeah.
Then when she got accused for stealing jokes,
Mhm.
things like that.
I think Nikki Glazer's really funny.
Yeah,
Nikki
she's
Glazer,
hilarious.
yeah, oh
She's-
man,
she's funny.
she's really funny.
Yeah, she's on the top when you Google females.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's funny. She that roast on Tom Brady
Oh, dude, she murdered.
killed him. Him Gronk got them all in
Yeah.
one shot. That was
Dude, it's so good.
hilarious.
No, I think I'm a firm believer. Funny is funny.
Yeah, funny is funny.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Funny is
There
funny.
she is. Also, Lou Sanders.
Who?
This lady right here. Oh, that's I
You're
see.
just making shit up.
No, I seen her special.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Never even heard of that person.
Me either.
Yeah.
You seen her special? Yeah.
Yeah, no, funny is funny, man. Clean, dirty, it doesn't matter.
I think because most people don't relate to women's jokes, either
Mhm.
more aimed at the women crowd.
Yeah.
So I can understand guys like, okay, she's not related to me, and
Mhm.
the dick and fart jokes of that nature. But if you find that one that can just like talk about anything and just kill
Oh yeah.
every time, then I can understand why people get that mixed up though.
Mhm.
Do you think it's hard for a woman like we're gonna have on Wednesday a lady that's a female welder?
Okay.
Do you think that though a woman in the comedy is more like a male dominant type
Oh, definitely. It's a male dominated industry.
Is it
Yeah.
comedy?
Comedy is.
Oh yeah,
I just don't. The comedy's like you were saying, funny's funny. Doesn't matter if you can tell a joke, you can do anything. You can,
But that's the thing, right? Funny is funny, but not everybody feels that way.
No.
You know, and it's not. It's more that it's not that they don't think women are funny; it's that they don't give them a chance.
well, yeah, I can see that.
You know, I just work with a woman named Alexa Stanton from Grand Rapids. She is a fuck. She's gonna be one of those people that you hear of. Like in the next 2 years, she's gonna be a name. She murders. But I watched people start to watch her and start to tune out. You know what I mean? You're like, dude, you didn't even give this woman a chance.
Yeah.
And she will have them by the end because she is just a murderer. You know what I mean? She's a killer on stage. But you could watch those guys go, oh, it's a fucking woman. You know what I mean? And just start to like, no, give her a
I
chance.
think that'd be
Like,
funny to
yeah.
see a female. I don't see a lot of female comedians though.
I mean, it's
they're out there, man. Definitely.
I believe they're out there. I just don't see a lot of them.
You just don't. I mean, a lot of people don't give them a chance
Mhm.
to actually get out there and make a name for
I
themselves.
mean, just the ones you see in movies or
And
someone that made it. But
And that's tough. That's a tough thing to do, man.
Yeah, it's a male dominated
thought about that.
male dominated industry.
Yeah.
For sure.
that's sad though. It is. You think about it, sad.
Yeah, I mean, I am a firm like to get out there. Like, I think women can do anything that a man can do for the most part. You know what I mean? Like they can't, whatever. They can't pee standing up. I mean, I guess they could. They pissed on their leg, but
Yeah.
and we can't give birth. But
Even when your other business,
Mhm.
tattooing,
Mhm.
it was a male dominant,
yeah, it still is.
and there's more female artists out there that's thriving.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely growing, but it still is a very male dominated. I mean, I don't know what there is right now, but I would say that it's probably 5 or 6 to 1 men to women tattooing right now.
Really.
Yeah.
You think it's that?
Yeah. Still even, I mean, in our area for sure.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think it'd be that high.
Mhm.
And it's a hard business. Sometimes you get up there trying to make people laugh on a constant basis.
Yeah, and that's you have to win people over before they'll even listen to you.
Yeah.
Like, some people, depending on the crowd, I can go up on stage and people tune me out, not without giving me a chance because of the way I look, because I'm a tattooed guy or what, you know what I mean? Like they're like, oh, look at this guy, like whatever.
Actually, that's what I would want to hear you.
Mhm.
Oh, look at this guy. He's got tattoos. He's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Well, and so as I say that, I personally typically get the benefit of the doubt because I'm a larger man. I'm heavily tattooed. I have a little bit more of a commanding presence when I come in. Not that I'm trying to, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like, so people go, oh, what's that?
Right.
They'll tune into me right away as soon as I come on a stage, and they give me a minute. They allow me to lose them instead of make me win them.
Right. Right.
So it does help it helps.
You said you have a show. Do you have a show on Thursdays or do you run a show?
I run a monthly show at Lake Time Brewing in Bridgman, Michigan. So this Saturday we have a big show.
Really?
Mhm.
This
On my
Saturday?
birthday.
What time does that start?
Doors open at 7, show at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
I've
Yeah,
got,
we get that thing Saturday. this Saturday.
That's the greatest way to get out of this something, guys.
No, we have a.
I'm fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. He's like, I can't come. I got that
You're trying to
thing.
think of-
Remember that
What
thing?
thing? Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Johnny Ford.
I got that
That's
thing.
this, I forgot that was this weekend. Yeah,
yeah. It's this
I
weekend.
can't
It's
come.
Saturday.
this weekend coming up. Yeah,
I can't come. I got that thing.
I thought it might be later.
actually, it's this.
I got that thing.
Johnny Ford's doing a thing at the Box Factory.
at 7. Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but how long does your show normally last?
About 2 hours. About an hour and a half, 2 hours. Yeah.
Do you do that? You said once a month.
Yep, once a month. So we have a show this weekend, August 23rd. Our September show will be September 20th. Our October show will be October 18th.
So it's always the third. What? Third week?
Yeah, we try to make it. It doesn't always fall that way, but we try to make it
Yeah.
that third Thursday or third Saturday.
Yeah.
Sorry. I always have killers coming. I truthfully, I feel like I put on one of the better shows in the area. The booker for the Underground, who is a nationally touring comic, he has praised my room and praised the shows that I put on. He's will tell you that it's one of the better shows.
I almost had him on, but something happened.
Sean Shank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually they were gonna come on, and something happened in the family where he had a reschedule for next month.
Oh yeah, Sean's a good guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sean's a really good guy.
yeah, he was.
I love Sean to
He
death.
was gonna come on. We've been texting, and then that Sunday he texted me and said, "You're gonna hate me."
Oh.
I went, "Probably will now."
Yeah, Sean books. So Sean books the Underground Laugh Lounge. And he also books the Watermark.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
That's
he's
right.
he's
You
the
have time of year, don't you?
yep, he's the one
Yeah.
booking the talent for the Watermark. Obviously Juice runs the Watermark, but he's the one. He is the comedy booker for the
Yeah.
Watermark. But I'm bringing in killers. I got a guy coming down from Grand Rapids named Devron Thomas that's closing out the show. He's become a really good friend of mine, but he's amazing.
Yeah.
He's so funny, so funny.
We should go check it out one day.
I have to, man. I love
should.
laughing, dude.
I know you do.
Love getting a good.
I got a
laugh.
guy coming down. I got a guy named Carl Sobel closing out the September show, and Alexa Stanton, who I just talked about, is closing out the October show. So, and those are all going to be phenomenal.
That's a female.
Yes,
I see. I would want to go see that show.
Yeah.
I would love to see that one. October.
October 18th. She's gonna show you what's up, make you cry.
So that was
That's the good stuff right there. Now I'm gonna ask you: is there any comics that you don't like? You'd rather not see,
besides you.
or don't think it's funny? As I know you said one that you didn't think was funny.
As far as like national comics,
Yeah.
I don't know. I there's people I don't find funny, but I think that's hard to say they're not funny.
Okay.
Like I am a firm believer in that, right? Because comedy is subjective. Like I've tried to grow and change myself to say that I don't find them funny, or even in music, right? Like I don't personally like that. I'm not, I will never say like that's bad. Like, oh, this band is awful. Like that's not gonna be me. Like that's not my taste. It might be the worst band in the world, but I'm not gonna tell you like they're awful because I don't know. Maybe people like that.
Yeah.
Same thing with comedy. Like there's a lot of comics I don't necessarily find funny. They're killing. People love them. So that's not my, who am I to fucking say if you're funny or not?
That's a good answer.
I like that.
Way to answer that one.
That's a truthful one.
That's just where I'm at. Like I've just grown to be there. Like
Yeah.
I understand that it's so subjective that it's not, like I don't find Larry the Cable Guy funny, like at all.
Right.
However, the dude sells out arenas everywhere he goes,
Yeah.
which means 30,000 people in every city he goes to find him funny.
Yeah.
Guess how many people go to my shows? Not 30,000, like
Pay the time. I think you'll get that.
I wish. I don't have any delusions of grandeur, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, how you even said you did a show that had 1,000. That's even a big thing for you.
Yeah, that was cool.
No
Yeah,
offense.
that was really cool.
I think you're awesome for doing, even standing up and doing that and knowing there's 1,000 people staring at you,
It's easier.
and you want to make it fun.
Bigger crowds are easier. Truthfully. Like, yeah,
Really?
if you can get it out of your head that there's a lot of people out there, they're way easier because you're more likely to connect with somebody in the
Somebody, yeah.
audience, and laughter is contagious.
Yeah.
Like truthfully, laughter is contagious. Like if we get giggling about something, all three of us are going to start giggling. Right?
Right.
Like it just happens. It could be the dumbest thing in the world, but all three of us are going to start giggling.
That makes us immature.
It does, but that's fine. But that's what it is, you know. So if you have a room of the other night, like I said, I did a room of 6 people,
Yeah.
right? If I have I have a chance, I have to try to connect with 6 people, or like,
I see your point. Yeah. Actually,
or if I have 1,000, there's
like
way more likelihood that I'm going to connect with
Somebody
somebody
in that crowd. Yeah.
in that crowd.
And once they start laughing, that
And
chain
yes,
reaction goes.
it's just a chain reaction.
that is awesome.
The sweet
Never thought
spot,
about that.
the sweet spot for comedy, in my opinion, is like that 100 to 200. Like, it's a big enough crowd to connect, but it's still a small enough crowd to be intimate. You know what I mean? That it feels close. And anything over that is kind of getting crazy.
How many people can be at Lake?
About we could put about 75 in
75.
there. Yeah, which is it's that feels really good. That's a nice intimate show.
Yeah.
Feels good. Yeah, underground is about 80 to 100.
Yeah.
I still haven't been there yet.
You're falling apart.
I know.
I am featuring there the 29th and 30th next weekend. So not this coming weekend, the following weekend. I'm featuring for a guy named John Osborne at the Underground Laugh.
What do you mean by featuring?
I'm
The host?
No, I'm the middle act.
Oh, middle act?
Yeah.
Is that what the featuring means?
Yeah. So in a traditional format, the host goes up first, does all the welcome stuff, does 10 to 15 minutes. There's a feature act that does 20 to 30 minutes, and then there's the headliner that does 45 to an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
And different shows. So like my Lake Time show, I run a showcase format. All the comics do 15 minutes, except for the closer. The closer does more, but
Good. That's a good way of spreading it out.
yeah. So that's what I feel is like, because people are coming to my show to have a good time, but I don't have the ability to bring in Kevin Hart or Daniel. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have ability to bring in someone that draws a name that draws people. Like, I'm bringing in comics that I think are hilarious and people really enjoy, but they haven't gotten a chance to enjoy them yet. So if I can bring in like 5 comics and have everybody do 15 minutes, even if you don't like person A, there's every chance you're going to like person B, and you don't have to listen to person A for 40 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, person A is going to put their best 15 up.
Yeah.
And you can like them or not. But then if you don't like them, I got another one coming around the corner.
That's a good way. Yeah, I never thought about that.
It's hard to listen to somebody for 45 minutes to an hour if you're not into that person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you were to go see somebody that isn't super funny and you're just like there, you're kind of like, is it fucking over yet? You're constantly.
Do you think people look them up, like look your name up and see how your comedy goes?
I think so.
If someone says, oh, like, if the 4 people are there and you're looking at it,
looking at each comedian,
and see if you want to go to that kind of show.
Yeah, I think so. I think some people look at that. I think some people will look at socials and just to see what they have. So I have a lot of people that will look me up, and because I'm a very active comic, even though I don't post a lot of material, I'm a very active comic. People will give me the benefit of the doubt again and will come see me.
Is there a reason why you don't put a lot out there?
Because it's fucking hard to come up with material, man.
Yeah.
So
you don't have someone to like video you and
no, I dude, my phone is about to explode. It's fucking full of videos of me performing.
You guys got the same phone.
Mine's sexy though.
Mine has no cover though.
This is
red.
Dumbass red phone. Mine's pink, man. Mine's... So you brought it up earlier about if Matt Rife destroyed comedy or not.
Yeah.
And we kind of had that conversation, but that's why those people post that stuff, because those crowd work interactions are a one-off. They're never going to happen again. It's something silly that happened in the moment that is a one-off thing. They're not burning their material that they've worked hard on.
Yeah.
Where once you put a joke online, it's gone. Like, once I put a joke online, now people have seen it. Now it's not, a big thing with a joke is the surprise of a joke, right? And once you know the surprise of the joke is not, it's not that it's not funny, but it's no longer, it doesn't carry the weight.
Yeah, I see that. I can see that.
So I'll tell you a joke right now,
Makes sense.
because I've told it a lot and I'm about to throw it away. I'll tell you a joke right now that this will explain what I'm talking about. So my wife and I the other day got talking about celebrity hall passes, and John Legend got brought up. Like, right. And John, I mean, he's handsome, right? He's handsome. He's got that silky, sexy voice. Like, I have no idea who hers would be, but you know what I mean? And that's the joke, right? Like,
I didn't know hers would be- Look at you.
but see, that's funny because you didn't expect
Expect
me
you to
to
say that,
turn
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So that's funny because you didn't expect me to make that turn. But now, you know, I said,
Yeah.
oh, you know, John Legend got brought up, and I get it, right? He's got that silky, sexy voice, and I don't know who hers would be.
Yeah.
Well, now you know it's coming. It's not fun. You know what I mean? Like the surprise. He's still giggling, but
Yeah.
that's why I say it's not that it
Good
still can be funny, but it's just like the moment you lose that element of surprise on a joke,
See your point.
it doesn't carry the same
Yeah,
weight.
yeah.
So that's why comedians don't put material out. Or if you see those big comics, so Inside Sausage, Inside Ball, how the sausage is made. I just put those two together on accident and fucking talking an idiot. Inside Ball, when you see a comedy special come out, those comics have worked on that for a year, right?
All the material,
They've
yeah.
honed all that material for a year, and then they record that comedy special and put it out, and now that material is gone. Once that, if you like, someone puts a special on Netflix, and you're like, oh, I like whoever this is, I'm gonna go see them.
Yeah.
You are not gonna hear a single joke
It was the same. Yeah.
out of that because now that all that material is gone. That's what they do. I mean, they perfect the material and put it out. It's the opposite of a recording artist as far as music, right?
Yeah.
A musician will put out an album so that people come see them, right? Comics make people come see them so they could put out an album, basically. Like they hone us so they can put it out to a larger scale.
Yep.
So if you see a comic, like I've seen Glacius,
Mhm.
I've seen him a couple times, and yeah, he does the same material time to time, but he doesn't put it out there.
Mhm.
So if I go see one show, and he will do the same kind of joke off and on because people want to hear it because they know it's funny.
Yeah. So
I see your point.
we saw Gabriel Iglesias a few years ago, and he did an hour of material, of brand new material, and then he afterwards, like, he hit his big closer for that, and he essentially did an encore, and he did like 4 or 5 jokes,
Yeah.
that are old jokes that people come to see. They're like the greatest hits.
Pretty much.
And so Bert Kreischer does that. Bert Kreischer will do his brand new hour that you'll see like on Netflix or whatever, and he'll hit his closer, and then usually he'll close on the machine.
Yeah.
Because people want to hear the machine story. But
Yeah.
that's not everybody.
Well, like Andrew Dice Clay,
Mhm.
great example back when he was doing his, because I saw him
Yeah.
live, and everybody wanted to hear his nursery rhymes.
Yeah.
But he closed that, like you're saying, pretty much it was his encore,
Yeah.
where he came back out and he did the whole hickory dickory dock and stuff like that. He did it, and so I mean, yeah, you'll have your comedian that does the top 5.
Yeah, but what I guess what I'm saying is that you're not.
Yeah.
If you were to go see if you were to see a special on Netflix, you're not going to see that. Like you might hear a joke, but you're not going to see that material.
Yeah.
But if you went and saw, like I said, we saw Shane Gillis on Saturday. If I were to go, I think he's in Chicago this weekend or something. You know, I think he's at Notre Dame too, coming up here.
Yeah.
He would do almost entirely the same set. There might be 1 or 2 things that he's changed, but it'd be almost entirely the same set because he's trying to hone all of that material in.
Yeah, he's coming to Notre Dame the first week or the second week of when since they're going to be home soon,
Mhm.
playing home football. He's going to be here for a couple of the games here.
Okay.
So because he's a big Notre Dame fan.
Yeah, I know he's opening for Zach Bryan at Notre Dame, which is the weirdest
I know.
combination of things.
Music and comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know I'm not talking to anybody, but I keep on trying to bring him on the podcast actually, and I keep getting no.
Yeah, he ain't coming.
No, hell no, dude.
But it'd be kind of cool if they really did come though.
Yeah.
And then someone finally said, "Oh, fine, you're getting annoying." Yes. I said, "Well, it's only on a Wednesday. You can be here and do your shit." And actually, I sent that last one. I said, just come on.
Just come on, man. Just come on.
Just one famous person. That's all I want.
I'm famous, dude. I'm famous. I'm here.
You're famous.
I'm
Hell
not
yeah,
famous.
you are. Yeah, you are. People know who you are.
That's different.
All right, guys.
But
On that
yeah.
note, we're gonna wrap this one up. It's another episode down in the books, man.
Joe
What you doing,
broke his
man? Why
microphone.
you breaking microphones, man?
I did.
Stop touching it so much. Just twist it on there.
I will. Keep going.
Weirdo.
I gotta fix it.
All right, dude. You got any? You already did your upcoming events. Any more?
So let's hit them. August 23rd, Saturday, August 23rd, Lake Time Brewing in Bridgman, shows at 8 o'clock. August 29th and 30th, I'll be at the Underground Laugh Lounge in Niles, Michigan. Friday, September 5th, I'll be performing at the Berrien County Cancer Service Gala at the Inn at Harbor Shores. It's a private event. Yeah, I'm performing there. Let's see. September 19th, I'm in Monticello, Indiana, featuring for Sean Shank. The 20th, I'm back at Lake Time Brewing in Bridgman. The 26th, I'm at the Acorn Theater in Three Oaks.
Oh, really?
They just keep going.
So you by yourself up for the Acorn?
No, I'm with a comic out of Chicago named Alistair Watts.
Because that's a pretty big arena.
It's about a 250, 300 person
Yeah.
That's
theater.
nice,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a pretty cool place. To
So I'm with
see
a comedian out of Chicago named Alistair Watts.
I mean, that's a cool place just to see anything. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I have my phone. Pretend like I don't have my shows in my phone. Let's see. I don't even know what I said now. Sorry,
Acorn.
I'm dragging on.
Okay.
See if I missed any.
You can do this.
I did pretty well. 19th Monticello, 20th Lake Time Brewing, 26th Acorn Theater. Yeah, that'll be the next month. So yeah, I got them all. Bam.
Good job.
Fuck yeah.
All right. Before I break my mic anymore.
You can find me anywhere on social media. Zaq Weaver, ZAQ Weaver. You can find me on Instagram, Z to the Q. I'm not on that fucking awful platform X, even though I have a profile in there. I'm not on it, so don't fucking contact me.
All right. Zach, thanks for coming on again for your second time.
Absolutely.
This was awesome. Learn more about comedy and everything else. But also, once again, you're a great father. You love your kids. You love watch coaching and everything else that you do for that. And you're one hell of a tattoo artist. Like he always hear, and then hopefully I ever get my
You won't.
balls dropped and maybe
you won't.
maybe get a tattoo. But I would love to I want you to actually also tattoo my daughter because I want her to get a tattoo in St. Joe and me pay for it here.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'd be honored, man.
I mean, you're an awesome dude. You're always a great heart for everything, and keep on rocking it out.
I'm trying. Try my best.
Yeah. Once again, Zach, thanks for coming on, brother, man. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you guys so much.
You always have some good stories to tell and make us laugh. So that's always the key right there. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. But for those who are watching on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button for more content that we put out every Monday and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Thanks for joining us, guys. I am James Gill, your host. Joe Hill, the co-host, messed up my microphone. And Zaq Weaver, our special guest. All right, guys, we'll get out of here. We thank you very much. We appreciate you for joining us. And we're gone.